welcome to another stream. I think there's already people in the chat ready for this. I don't know. I'll be honest. This week been really hectic. Today, tired. Have a bunch of things I'm supposed to do after, but clearly this is a priority, so we got this first. Welcome to the stream, everybody. And hey, I know, not angry, straight in. Did you have a feeling that something exciting was happening? Now, on the tiny TV, there's something a little bit different, okay? We've got double vision because this is a little bit of an early release, and frankly, this is probably just me testing things to make sure that things actually work, because if things don't work, we're gonna go just test this for the long run, and I want things to break. Like, I want things to break terribly, right? Okay, maybe I'll wait for, like, people to filter in. Or do you say, not angry, want to see, like, everything first. You get the first glimpse at what Aries had commissioned in the background, right? As you guys might be aware, as some of you might be aware, I've been very interested in the 3D world. So, what is this? I'm here. Okay, this is you and me then. We're just gonna do, like, the secret, right? Look! Hey, Draco and Fire, welcome to the stream. We're doing something a little bit different today. Look! Okay, I'm just saying, right? Hey, Phantom Architect, welcome to the stream. See, we got double vision. Remember how I said that we were going to do, like, a stream on a stream on a stream? Yeah, okay. Here's the thing. This isn't perfect. This is still under construction by the amazing artist. I think... Oh my gosh, wait, hang tight. Let me read it properly. No, I'm in streamer mode. It won't show me anybody's name. Okay, it's alright. I'll get it to you later. But... there's still a lot of glitches with this, right? There's two of me! One's in the 3D realm! Are you tired of every time I went to the 3D realm, things weren't 3D enough? This is perfect, and it's rigged so well. Exactly! Right? It's good! Okay, all I'm saying is that before I didn't have finger tracking, now I do. And here's the thing. It looks really good from the front. As you can see, it's a little bit, like, flat on the sides, but hey, that's okay, you know? But for a first one-to-one VTuber model, I think they did a fantastic job. There's still a lot of glitches, and this is why this helps, because chat can help me figure out exactly what's wrong if things start looking weird. Obviously, there's a bit of weird clipping with the hand, but that makes sense because if you've seen my other models, they tend to flash a lot, and that's not really good. It is pretty standard to glitch. I'm not gonna lie, 3D has had some of the funniest glitches come out before, and it's still kind of glitchy. My wrists, are they working properly? I mean, my fingers are kind of working. I can do things, I can point at you, I can do jazz hands. I don't know, these aren't really working properly. But, here's the thing, I will rig this up eventually. I appreciate it. I mean, we've got different backgrounds in the default, so, with previous... what is it called? Tracking or whatever you call it. Which is funny. See, now this is the bit I'm curious about, chat. Who are you watching? Are you watching the 3D model? Are you watching the 2D model? Because it's two models. Now, obviously, the reason why I want to do 3D so bad, I'm watching the 3D model. See, that's the thing, right? It has been a work in progress at this point where, like, I really love 3D. And the only problem is that I would say that so far the 3D models, mind you, they've a very good job to, I think, hire the hero who did my 2.0 V-Roid. But I will just say that I feel V-Roid doesn't really capture, I suppose, the detail that can kind of go, like, into, that you can get with getting 3D models. I really wanted a one-to-one accurate. It's not going to be perfect, and I probably should say that as well. There's plenty of things that are actually, like, a little bit funny about this, but we'll give it a shot. We're seeing how it's going, right? And we're testing, okay? This is the testing phase. I don't think this is the official phase. There might be... I would love to rig this to 3D body tracking, but there's a few glitches going on, so it's not ready for 3D motion tracking. But now you've all been spoiled about what is going on in the background, and that hopefully once I can actually get 3D motion tracking working in this, it'll be a lot more fun. We've also got, like, okay, something I've learned to appreciate is that there's, like, two sides of VTubing, right? First side is the Live 2D version, where you're like a 2D flat plane. And the second side is that, 3D is like a totally different thing. V-Roid is good for gaming, how computer usage, but just chatting does way with a 3D model. Yeah, so now I feel like, so VTube Studio is like what we use for the 2D. V-Roid is what I built with the previous models. This is using, I'm pretty sure, Blender? Where everything's made from scratch. But Waroto is like the other one that they use. And all I can say is that I appreciate it. Because I'm like, it's different. Yeah, I think this person made it all in Blender. So I'm like, kudos to you. They were like too good for Vroid. Right? I know how to use Vroid. Not well, but at least I can make something that looks like I tried. Right? This person, look how detailed it is. It's alright. I'm waiting for this to glitch out, okay? We're trying to test strength this. And the finger tracking is so good on this, I'm not gonna lie. I can point. Is that even rude? I can punch. I can give you a fist bump, guys. Wait, it's not working. There you go. I'm trying to give you a fist bump. But yeah, basically looks pretty good. I mean, like, there is... Oh yeah, let me show you, right? It's pretty good, okay? From like angles, right? Nothing... Now you know what behind areas looks like. There's a few things that are slightly wrong with the model, but that's okay. We're working in progress. But for the most part, I don't see anything that's like that busted yet. Yet. I can change backgrounds, which is cool. This is the thing, is that 3D space is something totally different that you've ever seen. Wait, let me figure out how to change the background again. Environment. You can change the environment name with the default. Open environments folder. Wait, do I have to? No, I don't want to import it. Just like VTube Studio, you can buy a bunch of plugins and like redeems and stuff as well. But it's like starting VTubing all over again. Like suddenly you're like, no, my plugins, everything's different. Which makes me wonder, if I have two models going at the same time and I run a plugin, would it be possible if, for example, you can throw things at both models? I haven't integrated it for 3D yet, and this isn't the final model. But it'd be pretty funny if you can throw things both in the 2D and the 3D realm. It'll be like, very interesting, very cool. I'm just saying, right? What else is there? Nothing glare. I think the lighting is causing you a little more orange. Okay, let me fix this. I can change where I am. Now I'm in a what do you call this place? A hotel? Hey, look at this! I'm next to a cloud fortress. And dude, I'm never gonna epic. I'm never gonna be able to afford a place like this. Why is it so bougie? Hey, welcome, Dawson Tran 123. Welcome to the stream. I'm trying to do a 3D model and like show glitches beyond you've ever seen. So I'm probably gonna have to go link this up to the. Hey, thank you so much for following as well. We've reached our follow goal, which is really nice. Yeah. See, the hand tracking is not doing what I'm doing. It's the same thing as my copy. Is it working? No. It's glitched. It's like 10 seconds delay on what I'm doing. But I figured if I wave my hands enough, it'll make it look like I'm talking just as I am. It's perfect. 350. Exactly. We're stronger. Well, we're trying to see if we can glitch this and fry it. So that'll be a proper reveal when I can figure out how to. So the plan is, okay, chat. I'll give you the secrets, right? We're gonna have to link this boy to the copy to the other softwares. There's gonna be like 5 softwares on top of each other. Also, I'm gonna have to say this. I don't have enough iPhones to link all the modeling, right? To the thing. So, oh my goodness, the technology that I'm gonna have to go like set up for everything is gonna be absolutely insane, right? But okay, yeah, all the technology, I'm going to be like, there's a lot of stuff to do, guys. There's a lot of stuff, right? But it will actually also take out my 2D in that for the brief moment, once I get the full everything, everywhere, everything's tracked, it probably will knock out my 2D because there's probably no way with the amount of stuff that's, okay, this is the layers. This is the layers that has to go into 3D because 3D is complicated. 2D, just my face. I can just look at you and go, look, I'm concentrating. But with 3D, this is the level, right? I gotta have more copy for the full body. For face tracking, that's best done with an iPhone. Now, the problem about it where I'm going to have to work this out is that you can't run 2 apps at the same time because one of them needs to be for my face tracking and one of them needs to be for my copy. So I got to find a way that I can borrow an iPhone from somebody. so I can get two things working at once. It might not be perfect, but like the idea would be once this model is completely done, I'll hopefully have finger tracking on top of body tracking, on top of face tracking, and then I will be fully powerful in the 3D realm after being V-roided like 2 times already. It's time we actually get all the way and become stronger. Take my But yeah, I'll figure this out. I'm sure like I'll be able to find a way to get this all set up. I'll just say this, 3D is gonna be very heavy loading. So probably maybe it's gonna be probably more using just chatting, but I feel like for doing games I'll probably have to stick to 2D just so I don't fry my computer too much. With time comes mastery. Exactly. So I don't know, it's great. I feel like I'm starting VTubing all over again for the fact that everything's different. You jump into 3D realm, and suddenly you're like, oh, this is what I've been missing out on. Okay, here's the thing. 2D has its perks. I do think 2D has its perks, but oh my goodness, does 3D have its perks. Like, I can walk in when I can. I need to rig out my stuff, right? My copy boards, they're beautiful. Wait, I can't show you, but I feel like I haven't utilized the true power of 3D motion tracking yet, and there's a lot of stuff that needs to go on my copies, right? For anyone who doesn't know Macopi, you've probably seen it in my like previous videos, right? I'm actually always just back and forth with buggy hands. My hands don't work properly. The reason why they need to work is that I need to set them up. Okay, story time. I've been doing so much research on this. Macopi has 2 modes: full body motion tracking and then half body motion tracking, right? So the way the half body is that you put the leg trackers on the upper arm to give you even more accurate arm tracking, and then you let MediaPipe do the finger tracking and your iPhone do the face tracking, and then another iPhone do the Macopi tracking. It's gonna be a little bit cursed, but right, it's supposed to turn out really good when I can figure out how to do it and when this model's completed. So I probably will wait until I do a full model completion so that it's like good, right? There's still a bit of glitches. I mean, you can see the glitches, okay? It's okay. We're working on it. It's great, because I feel in the grand scheme of things, I'm slowly making progress towards like all my mini VTuber goals. Like, as some of you might know, we released, like, I've always wanted to have the VTuber, what do you call it? Like the trailers, the debut trailers. But I was like, what do I do? Like I already debuted, and now I can never do it again. And I don't intend to like re-debut with new models and stuff. I love my model too much. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll just release one really late. But the bright side was that I guess a lot of people like the trailer. I guess I also, there was a glitch where I wrote like the new Tarot Cat maid is in town, but I wrote a typo and it ended up becoming the new Tarot Cat is in town. So I realized the typo after I posted everything. It was like, ah yes, this is the story of my life. Everything's always full of typos. I never check these things, and now I was like, I had to do everything. So if anyone's like, why did it get unuploaded and re-uploaded? It's like, Aries can't spell. Nope, don't trust my spelling. It's absolutely horrific. But yeah, the buggy hands, we'll have to fix this eventually. I love how delicate they are. Can I do a heart with this? No, it's missing. I'm crying. It's okay. It's trying its best to do a heart. So just imagine I'm doing a heart. Looks like I'm eating a hamburger instead. We're promoting a Whopper right over here, or a Big Mac. I don't know, whatever you feel like it. There you go, free advertising for the burger place. But yeah, no, I'll show you the other backgrounds as well. It's pretty cool. Like, just kind of like how you can get live 2D, like kind of animated backgrounds, which are very cool, mind you. You get the same thing in 3D where you can pay like money and then buy pre-made 3D backgrounds. And I'm like, man, this is an infinite money pit. But I'm in the 3D dimension, so as far as I'm concerned, it's pretty good. And if anyone sees any, this is the story of me as well. If anyone sees any very obvious funny glitches with this model, besides just tracking in general, that's just like a fault of the tracking. It would just be basically, let me know, because this is what we're just strength testing before we get the final item done. But holy moly, it's good. I actually am very happy on how accurate this turned out and how detailed this is. Like, it's very good. I'll just tell you that. It's very good. I'm very impressed on how accurate this is for a one-to-one. And I would always just say this, if you haven't known any people in 2D, it's like, you should join the 3D realm. I mean, it's easy to do with Viroid, but I feel definitely when you get a one-to-one mode, it's like, I reached the peak. This is what people dream of. Or, okay, maybe not the bad glitchy hand tracking, but I feel, okay, this is like Aries' thing about what I've analyzed with YouTube. I think it's always this thing where people are like, if they're 2D, they always want to go to 3D, and if they're 3D, they want to go to 2D. I don't know. I feel everyone thinks the grass is greener on the other side, which I did find is hilarious. But now I get the best of both worlds, so I can just be like, today I feel like the 2D realm. Today I feel like the 3D realm. Can change it up, and it's not gonna mess too much because I always felt worried if the 3D model looked too different. It's just hard to recognize who it'd be because I didn't think that my 3Ds were that close enough to the original. So yeah, this has been in a work in progress. I think it's name. I'm in streamer mode for Discord, so I can't actually check it, but I'll put up something on the official announcement. But we were doing testing. I'll do the other background. It's cool. Warudo is like a totally different thing. Oh, we glitched. There we go. We glitched. A bit of background update. Look at this. Now we're in the ruins. Some weird temple greenhouse. And now I'm like lit differently. Mwahahaha. Nah, this is cool. I think that's the other thing as well, is that when you're in 3D, it's kind of cool with the fact that lighting does change things quite differently. Preferably, yeah, once I can get more copies started, that's going to be the real thing. I also love how bouncy the ears are. Very, very cool. And I think the last background, I think it's, where is it? Where's the fancy one? There's one that looks like a streaming room. Yeah, it's this one. It looks like it's a streamer's room. Like, they've literally got gummy bears on the back shelf and like a dinosaur. It looks crazy. Streaming setup. Let's go for the win. But yeah, 3D's totally different basket of fish. Looks so different. And now my hands are free. It's great. I'll figure out how to... I don't think Warudo has leg tracking though. I think that's the only issue right now, is that I think it's only got upper body tracking with my copy, but I'll have to investigate that and see how it goes. But there, you're satisfied with 3D Aries? Also, I should probably ask, more importantly, how else is everybody today? What are we feeling for Thursday? I think for me, for anyone who didn't know, I totally deleted my Subnautica file. I'm so angry, okay? What happened, for anyone who didn't know, is that, I didn't know you had to save Subnautica constantly. I just assumed it auto-saved after a while, so I turned off the application. That was a bad idea. I lost my whole file of 4 hours. On the bright side, they do have, like, things that you can just go in there and just add things back, but it hurt. Oh, that was good. I was in the gym and everything's sore. Oh my god. Respect for gym peeps. I need to do some exercise too today, but it's always like, you could I know, autosave is a lifesaver. Okay, I'll say this. For anyone who doesn't know, Subnautica requires you to manually save. Not gonna lie, I am that player that kind of forgets to save a lot. I used to do this a lot in Animal Crossing, where I just turn off things and be like, did I save? That being said, I'm also the gamer that also would exploit things knowing that it's a save, and then just kind of not. What? The Ring Fit. Is this a game? I'll have to look at this, but I get sad when I don't save. It's just oh my god, Ring Fit Adventure, Nintendo Switch. This looks like I'm gonna die. Wow. No. I think I played, like, on the Wii once, one of those exercising games, like, where you play Wii Sports, and you have to, like do tennis or something, and by the end of that, I'm like, no, I'm tired. I want to tap out. It's a fitness gimmick game for the Switch. It's actually really fun. I felt I've done one of these before. Like, it's hard. Wii Fit, I think it was. And then you had tennis and the boxing. I stunk at the boxing. But there was golf. I couldn't figure out how to do the golf either, right? But that was a workout. It does trick you. I do agree. But then again, it's not long before I usually find out a cheat where if you just shake the remote a certain way, then you can just sit down and do it. And get scores that way, depending on how it's rigged up. Okay, I think the only one that I found that kind of had cheats on it was, have you ever heard about the Kinect? And I think they had like Just Dance or something and they had your full body. You can't cheat those because they full on can see what you're doing. But I realized with the Wii, if you're doing the Wii tennis, you don't got to be standing and running around. You can kind of just move the remote here and there and hit it that way. And you're like, I've activated the cheats. The cheats have been activated. So, well, I'm glad at least you did some. What is it? My childhood was so fun. Anyone else got their childhood games of glory? What is it? I think what? There were other ones. I never got into this, but there was this whole like Wii balance. I also love the 3D camera tracking. 3D camera tracking! Yeah, let's go. Right? That's cool. Warudo, whatever the program's called, it's pretty peak. And it's also free. I think kudos to the people who actually make all this stuff available. It's even the software is actually still in like, what do you want to call it, beta testing or whatever. Like it's not the official release, but already I'm like, it's great. It's like I ain't got no problems with it. It's actually really good with tracking. I will say as well, if there's a quality difference in tracking, my live 2D model is using iPhone and my 3D model is using webcam. So there is a way that I could probably switch it, but then I'll have to do that for another one. But it probably will then drop the one that's on webcam tends to be the lower quality one. So fortunately, I haven't got it set up yet. Trying to figure out how to get the 3D on webcam. I think you have to buy another software for it, unfortunately. But I'm in this funny thing where like with the software you need to get for the iPhone, there's like literally two competitor softwares at the same price. And it's like, I've got that paralysis where if I buy one, it's gonna always be that I bought the wrong one. Now, according to Google, they're the exact same. You can't go wrong. But knowing me, I feel like I'm gonna get the wrong one and then be like, oh, but that one had a capability that I didn't know it had or something. And then I'm gonna regret it after. So we're gonna have to figure out that one. I don't know. We'll see. Whether I'll invest in that or not. Oh, also I should thank everybody for buying the keychains. We only have like one left in stock. So as soon as we finish out with the last keychain as well, the idea would be as well that I will release. I've got some art permissions for some of the art. I'll go release those tarot card doodad things. Maybe not like a set, but I'll just be like, here. Okay, well, there are two minds on it, right? Either they'll just be basic, like, oh, here's an Aries, and this is like box Aries, or Aries in a box in this art. And this is pixel Aries, this is pixel Aries in a box. Or we can make them tarot card themed, though the pictures aren't gonna exactly match the tarot cards, but the idea would be that maybe all the archetype tarots would be done, and at least you have like different tarots. I don't know, we're still in the process. There will be quite a long time between as well. The last keychain sells and there's like time between it, when the cards would get released, but that would be the idea. And now I'm kind of brainstorming. I love to see what people think as well. If we do release cards, I do like the idea of them being like a lucky bag, so that what cards you get are gonna be mysterious, and then maybe there's like a different ratio of like each different card. But then again, I'm kind of like, I don't know, what do people feel about this? Would they rather have like, oh, it's a known amount, you get 5 cards, they're all same photos? Or would people prefer if there's like a rarity thing and they're all different and they have that sort of thing? I'm not sure about that. There's a few different things that I gotta work out on, and I'm thinking about it, but it's a work in progress. We gotta figure it out. I think that's the plan right now. I don't know. We'll see what happens when we get there. But yes, I think that's 3D tracking now for the win. I don't have anything else to do in the 3D realm that I need to do. Anyone have any requests while we're in the 3D realm of what you would like to see or do before it grows and disappears? And then this will go back into, you'll never see it again for like another X amount of months until it gets finalized, finished, and perfected, and be good and done and ready to go. What else is there? Oh, new games. We also got a bunch of new games that we gotta go look through. What game to decide for Thursday streams is another thing. I think special thanks to, what is it? Moneygomo for the, what's it called? That game! The one about it sounded like a disco. The disco game. And then, oh, Discord Elysium. There we go. And then, I think Not Cute got, what is it? Dishonored. So, we're gonna maybe bring them through maybe on Thursday stream. I'm not really sure. We'll have to figure it out. Or whether I should actually finish off some of the other games is another one that I kind of got a bunch of games to go through eventually. We also still got Hi-Fi Rush as well. So, I'm kind of trying to spread it out. That being said, how does spinning work? There is no spinning. rigged up right now. I literally can't spin. Now, it's not rigged for that, but I can spin the screen, right? Which is kind of cool as a part of it. So I guess you've got that at the moment. Yeah, look, I'm kind of short. There we go. So we can spin by a click and drag, but that kind of be about it. I think until one can actually walk around and like throw things and stuff, it's just, we're not there yet. You can get props, which is what I think, the 3D stuff looks cool. And just like, live 2D redeems, you can get live 3D redeems as well, which I think is very cool. But we're not there yet. We still need to go get the upgrades. And then once I figure that out, when we do a proper 3D debut, I guess this is kind of like a hint one, right? When we do the proper one, I'll hopefully have all the redeems set up and all the things will be fixed up and it'll be all good to go. There'll be no issue. But as far as I've been seeing, as far as I'm stress testing this, I haven't seen any issues right now. The tracking's just my fault for not having the proper stuff set up yet. But it's pretty good. And I love finger tracking. It's so nice. Okay, there we go. I think that should be everything for 3D areas. I can already predict I'm going to be like, I want to get a 3D background that's kind of unique. And I'm going to be like, no, it's too much. Like, I'll have to just go look for a pre-made, as much as we could probably get, like, a custom or something. It's always like that, eh? You can always be like, but I could get this. And you're like, no, we already spent enough. Good enough. Infinite money pit, no. Oh, hey, welcome, Risky. Oh, Risky! Well, it's a good thing you just came in. You were gonna miss the 3D, the secret 3D, the show thing. Show thing? The review of the 3D. And I've got hand checking now. This is, like, still kind of in beta testing, though. So we'll see what happens when it gets improved. But eventually this will be 3D motion tracking. And, it'll be 3D motion tracking plus face tracking plus finger tracking. And we'll see what happens and what works. It might end horrendously and be very funny, and we'll probably get the same glitches as last time, but for the most part, I absolutely love this software, and it's captured it really well, and I can't complain. But welcome, Risky. Now you can also see, I think that should be everybody for the most part. If you didn't come from the beginning, you missed the secret reveal. You have to come next time, in probably X amount of months, when it's finally finished. But the person did such a good job. I can't even complain. It's like absolutely stunning and amazing, right? I think, yeah, I can also wink and stuff too on this one. It's so good! It's so accurate! Okay. I'm done fangirling over the 3D stuff, right? I can make it disappear and hide now. Unless there's anything else. Yes, we've got spinning, we've got different rooms. I think that's all the environments as well that it comes with this one. We got, what? Classroom, Edge, Ruins, VR room. That's everything that is. Wait, enable real-time lights. What does that do? Ah! My lights. Oh, I can turn the lights on and off. Allow the lights to affect the character. Oh, there's lighting things. Oh, okay. Enable audio sources. Wait, there's audio sources? Are we hearing things in the game? No. Enable post-processing. Override. Oh, wait, there's one more environment I forgot. I'm pretty sure you can just go into the sky. Yeah, we can just go into the sky. If that counts as like the last room as well. Yeah, I think that's everybody. Everything. Directional light, yeah. That's the summary of 3D motion tracking. God, Queen Ares. We're literally in the sky right now. We're flying. I'm levitating. I'm above all the... Who knew that I could fly? This was something that is unheard of. Yes, I guess we can be in the sky and fly. But, yeah, no, for the most part, I am blown away with how this turns out. I've got a lot of exciting things, and that's why I'm sorry as well if some of the content hasn't been the greatest, is that there's a lot of, like, side projects going on and, like, things going on in the background, and I want it to be really good, and it's like, by time, it's all going away, it's very difficult, right? But I think that should be everything. There, now I've showed you the really cool 3D reveal, and, what else is there? Plans, oh yeah, lore video plans. This one's a pain. I think I mentioned this last time with lore videos. I've changed the script so many times in this. It's a little bit painful at this point. I keep promising, I think this was like way back as well. We did a storyboard. Do I like it? No, but we're gonna have to look for an artist and eventually get something sorted. So I think the trinity of VTubing would have to be like, okay, you need your 3D model. I think once you get your 3D one-to-one, it's like, mwah, chef's kiss. That's kind of like the peak. You need a lore video. I'm just like, one day I'm gonna get a lore video, and I need one of those debut trailers, and I've done one of those debut trailers, or at least I got one commissioned, and it'll give you like, look, that's me. I made it debuted already, but I can still be cool. I don't know. Anyone else have any other VTubing things that they know of that I feel like that you feel VTubers should eventually do? Is there like a certain thing that we're missing? I don't know. I feel like I've just cobbled together what I feel is like the journey that people go through. Woo! Or what certain things they do. And then it makes me wonder, like, what happens when you run out of the quest items? Is that how you finish the game? You're like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot going on yet, and I'm still trying to work out, like, where exactly is the next best adventure and those sort of things. But, nah, really? Approved. Approved. It's great. It's amazing. At least you also know that what I've been doing. It's like, you finish the quest and start endgame. What is the endgame? What is the endgame to VTubing? That's my question though, right? Oh no. It's like when you finish the main quest line and everything suddenly like raises in difficulty as well. Marketable plushie! Aries trying to speedrun VTubing. Dude, hey, VTubing is a game in itself. Don't change my mind. I really mean this. Try to change my mind. I feel like I've just listed how you become like a VTuber is that there's milestones you hit. You do the thing that I feel like everybody eventually... I think we all go through that level though. Like, every boss raiding events in dungeons. We've all seen what happens when I do boss battles. I just get wrecked, right? But I think that's the cool thing, right? You have different levels of different things you do. I feel like, sure, I mean, you've totally done, like, everything out of order, but I just feel that it's kind of cool in that sense. Like, me personally, for example, that I did look into for getting Life 2D upgrades, but we are at a little bit of a problem where, like, I guess I could just say that the artist who did my models officially retiring making models. So they're literally just like, oh yeah, you're like the last batch. I don't want to make models anymore. I am retired. But luckily I have the rights, so they're just like, you can always just like, I guess get someone to edit it and stuff. And now I'm just like, well, I guess I'm never getting upgrades in this model. I'll just say this as well. I think rights get really messy as well when you get someone else trying to edit things. And that's where I'm personally just like, as much as I like different outfits and having things, if you had to do a toss-up now between like, okay, do we do a live 2D update or do you have to do a 3D update? I'm like, what? The model's perfect as it is. It's good that you have sole rights. Exactly. The problem is that as soon as I start getting other people to edit it, the rights start getting really fuzzy because there is, like, from what I understand, you get artist rights, rigging rights, and then if variations hit it, then it's like they're gonna put their rules on top. So where I'm kind of lucky is that because I get full rights with my artists and they did the rigging as well, then it's like as long as I don't touch anything, it's like I control everything, right? But if I get someone to mess with the Live 2D model, it suddenly does become a bit more of a basket of, yeah, this is kind of being varied and touched now. Do you own that bit of it? And it gets really confusing. So it's alright. We're gonna have to figure this one out. But I figured, you know, outfits are outfits. As you can see, you can just pinch, you know, the nice little freebie ones on the line and then just kind of update the outfits. That way you've seen for special events. So outfits is probably not the end of the world. So everything's done out of order. It's okay. Am I missing anything that I haven't done? We had a chibi model, which is cool. We had, what is it? I think lore video is the big one. I think I was sneaking around across the land of YouTube looking at different VTuber lore videos. And I think from a filmmaking perspective, okay, you're gonna see, I'm gonna nerd out on filmmaking, okay? You're gonna have to bear with me on like the filmmaking stuff. But filmmaking, I think I mentioned this previously, has a lot of stuff that goes behind the scenes in order to make a very, very good film. It's like, how do I say this? You don't want to just chuck some random stuff together, shove it to someone and be like, go make a film, because your vision might be lost, angles, what you want, those sort of things. So I think there's a lot of background stuff where if I want to go make like a short lore video, you're gonna only have like 3 minutes to do it, right? I'm assuming you don't want to be told like, once upon a time there was like, I would like to have it a bit more like scenic in that there's characters talking or something like that, like, you know, rather than there once was a, I don't know, a thing and the thing did this and then they went, oh no, something happened. I want to be like, nah, there needs to be someone talking, there needs to be drama, there needs to be epic music, which I can't make music, so I probably just have to go punch something on a piano and be like, this is good enough. I've only seen one lore video and that was Twee. My sample size is Twee and you. Oh, I haven't looked at their stuff, right? But that would be the plan. I really want a lore video. Am I good at filmmaking? No, but I read a lot of books on it, right? I think the problem as well is that you don't, with the time that you have, so this is the problem, is that this is the story of filmmaking, is that you are broke. You are broke in filmmaking. And I feel like it's the same problem where it's like, oh, you want to make a lore video? Cool. Every frame is going to cost you. Every revision is going to cost you. Don't like this? Guess what? It's going to cost you. So you got to be super accurate on like what you're going to do. So I think I have had previous projects in the past. Not gonna lie, they're not very good is probably the better way to say it. But it's like anything when you make something. So it's gone through 3 revisions. I think right now we've got like, I've doodled a bunch of storyboarding, I put it together. I don't know what the price is gonna be when I run around. It's kind of in that mode before you bring it to artists where you go, here's the vision, here's the storyline, this is a scratch track of like what this person's talking to this person and this character looks kind of like this character. I'm not sure if Pocker's gonna have. So the other one was that either A, we get Pocker on board to try out for art. I know Pocker's like super busy, so this little video might not be seen for another like X amount of years. The other one is that we get it like, here's an artist, you have X amount of days, here's your deadline, smash it out, and then you'd probably get a little video. I'd probably do all the editing myself just to save resources. But it seems like, yeah, it seems like here's your credit roll. It's gonna be storyboarding, Aries. Voice acting, Aries. Aries can't draw, so someone else to draw it. Music. Aries punched a bunch of stuff randomly and made some music. Can I make music? No. I can play, I guess, the piano really badly. So if there's gonna be any music, it's gonna be me punching random notes on a piano, being like, scenic. We have something that is not silence, right? And then I think that would be it. That would be pretty cool. Is it gonna be a good story? Hey, I make music, really? Like a man? That'd be kind of cool though. Music is hard as well. So from my knowledge of music as well, you gotta own the rights to the samples as well, which gets a bit weird. Because you can get in trouble if you use samples that you're not supposed to have. Check out a song made on Suno. Wait, Suno the AI? There you go. I think I get wrecked through the coal fires if I used anything AI. I think that's the thing in the VTube community. They're like, no, AI are very bad. I actually have heard some songs. I think, what was it? You hear a lot of the TikToks on like, yeah, now you know. You hear a lot of the TikToks where it's like, I made a country song out of AI, and it sounds okay, but I don't know what I feel about this. I feel like I don't know. AI is so bad. Like, let's burn down a small forest to make a little song. Yeah, it's kind of a rough one because like VTubing is built on artists, right? And I feel like, here's the thing. I will be real. I can't tell, I guess, an AI song verse like a genuine. Maybe like, music people can explain it to me because I can't tell. But I probably, if I knew, I wouldn't feel right because at least they'd be like, man, it's like, no, I don't know. It's a gray zone. I think AI music is a new one. I think as well, this is the one that is kind of weird why I personally am not comfortable using like a lot of AI at this point, is that according to what I found online, you can't actually copyright any AI music or any AI created, assets. So if you generate something like on Suno, for example, which is an AI music platform, even though they say that, oh yeah, well you can have it to, you know, own the rights, then they're actually saying you can't because the song is made by like other things and like clipped together, according to I think some laws. I think this is US copyright law, which I think seems to be what the world tends to look at, right? Is that you can't really own it. I don't know, and that makes it weird because it's like, let's say I put all this money into a lore video and then you don't own it because you used AI music. I'd be like, oh. you know, and then it would kind of be like, what, you can't monetize it, you might get in trouble. Hey, thank you, Pigamy, for following. And I think for me, I'm very much on rights. As you know, I bought my model rights and all this sort of stuff. I think it could be a bit of a uh-oh situation where if you use something you're not supposed to, then you won't own the right to your own, like, actual production video that you made, and then suddenly, oh, thank you for following, Lord Dogman, then you might be in trouble. Mind you, I guess if you just use it, whatever in your sphere, I'm not here to be like, I am holy and I will tell you what to do. You can do whatever you need to do, maybe, like, you know, for what purpose, you know, I suppose. But for me personally, I might get in the bit of, I've been told to hydrate. I'm gonna hydrate. I'm a little iffy on AI where it's just kind of like, because you don't own the rights to it, you can get. I feel this is gonna become a legal case in the future. I just feel it, right? And I think someone released the book with full AI art, and the whole shtick is like, oh, well, it's technically like someone could just rip that book off and just sell it themselves because you don't even own. Like, even though you, I think, made the book because the art's AI or something, you can't really say you make the book. If you use any elements of AI, I don't know, it gets weird. I'm not a lawyer. Maybe there's a lawyer VTuber out there, and I can go to them with my lawyer problems and be like, lawyer VTuber, without giving me legal advice, because they always say I can't give you legal advice. What is your take on this AI stuff? And usually you get a bunch of legal people saying that. So I think there was a full video on Suno or something about it. I don't know. You see all these TikToks or whatever. Yeah, rights around AI are difficult. And I heard as well AI getting into the VTubing sphere, where I think people are trying to make models or something off AI. Same sticky basket of confusion, basket of things get icky and mickey. It's kind of like, what is it? It also matters what exactly the AI is trained on, because if it was trained on stock photos that you had the rights, or like stuff that was okay, then I suppose for the most part, then there's permissions given. But if it just scrapes the internet and combines like 100 VTubers off the internet and gives you something, it could be a bit weird, because you're just kind of like, oh, I guess the rights get blurry. I'm very much on rights. I think that's my biggest thing, where it's just like, as soon as you don't own something, it gets weird, because, well, especially if you think about it, right? Your VTuber model and stuff is like your branding. So if you get caught out where you may have not made it properly, then it's kind of weird if somebody else was like, oh, well, I guess I can steal your branding and your model and make something else from it, right? It makes things difficult. Nah, even that gray area, you have permission to use the stock photos, but replicating them means that people don't need those stock photos. Actually, right, eh? Yeah, you wouldn't be able to use the stock photos. Okay. I'm trying to think. Yeah, no, you're right. Because then the people who use the stock photos would be like, well, that's my stock photos. What percentage of change would you need on something before it's suddenly, like, different? And it's not... Yeah, it's messy. It's messy. Same as music. Indie producers and musicians can get screwed over if people use AI. Yes, I think the thing about music, from what I know, is that samples are copyrighted. So if someone plays drums and they make, like, a... like, this is, like, my beat, right? And then they copy... That sample's now made... I know that I think when you use music software to make it, you have to be a little bit careful on the samples you're using and check the rights behind it. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure that there's rulings on the samples. If you use samples without getting permission, you get very much in trouble. So already music is really tight on, like, rights. And I would just be like, unless I'm punching something on a piano, I can be like, I made it from scratch, right? This cruddy piano sound with me punching a piano, then at least it's like, I know it's mine. Like, it's not going to be able to be replicated, or I mean, I think music is like, it can have some degrees of similarity, because chords are always used again and again. There's like certain chords that sound nice, but usually, yeah, at least I have peace of mind that if I made it, it's all mine, right? It's cleaning my keyboard and accidentally sent a message. Don't worry. It's okay. Now, we're talking about the good stuff. The viral McDonald's in the Pentagon song will lose its soul if AI generated. I don't know what the McDonald's in the Pentagon song is. What is this? I have no clue. Sorry, just drinking some water. But no, I think, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know what's gonna happen to the world when it regards to AI. I think we're on this weird bridge where I feel like there's definitely the pro AIs and the anti AIs, and something's gonna come to court and set a precedent. I think the thing that you find a lot in law is that it's like untested, right? And they often find the law is behind the times. Like the law is built on precedents and new cases, and the way they adjudicate the next case is usually by bringing the next case up, you know, and then they go, oh, well, this previous case did this, and that's how we want to do it, and then that's why our law is consistent. But because I think we haven't really had any case yet where something has happened with AI, so that's why it's very much in the murkiness, right? Oh, what is this? Excuse me, strange creature, but why are you wearing a cleaning lady's outfit? And why are you in my house? I'm in your house? No, I'm in the sky, my friend. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about AI while I float in the sky like a god. This is the best. Am I cleaning? I guess. I'm cleaning the sky out of, I don't know. What am I cleaning the sky? Maybe it's got like clouds in the way. Get out of the way, clouds. You're in my way of my talk as I fly in the sky. But welcome to the chat. John, Twitch, chat. I guess we're also doing a 3D/debut, and we're talking about AI today, which is a really fun one. Song made by work on the McDonald's in the Pentagon military location. What is going on? Someone made a song in the Pentagon military location? I mean, wholesome to them for making that. Are they even allowed to say they were in the Pentagon military location? I mean, I'm gonna look this up now. What is this song that you're telling me? I probably can't play it all. I get YMCA. I'm gonna call it that. Pentagon McDonald's song. What is this? I'm curious now. It says, can you actually eat McDonald's in the Pentagon? Yes, there is a McDonald's located in the Pentagon. What? Why? Ah, yes, I love talking about AI, angry insects. Wait, why is there a McDonald's in the Pentagon? Why? Wait, if you ever wondered how many McDonald's locations there are in the world, the answer is over 40,000, and one of them's in the Pentagon food court. Why? I guess people really love their Maccas. Oh. Don't get excited about the Pentagon McDonald's. Song by Silly Stu. I'll have a look at it. There's a Waffle House and Taco Bell. What? Dude! I mean, okay, hear me out, chat. If there was like one of those, you know how you have the movies where they're like, we're gonna go attack the Pentagon, right? I can already see that it'll be someone pretending to be a Macca's worker, and they'll sneak in via the Pentagon, pretending to be a Macca's worker. That will be their weakness. Or maybe they have to scan in the Macca's workers every day in the Pentagon, right? And they become super... I will post in the memes. I need to see this. I can't play it live or I'll get in trouble, but I want to know. Why? That's so cool. Memes. No, oh my goodness. McDonald's. Okay, right after this stream, I'm gonna go head down there and see. I guess everybody else, you're welcome to go have a look at what is going on in there. I mean, okay, hear me out. There's like one of those movies where like, we're gonna, the Pentagon is under attack. What are we gonna do? And everybody else is like, it's okay, guys. We got some McDonald's for lunch and Waffle House for breakfast and Taco Bell for dinner. We'll be fine. There's enough food in the food court to survive. All these people were surrounded by the aliens. It's alright, we got McDonald's. Our priorities. Not an American mind cannot comprehend what the government officials have the power to do whatever they want. They chose to sell burgers in their office. We got Macca's, we good. Exactly. It's just like, you can take everything away from us except for our burgers. We got them here, we're fine. We can last a few days. I don't know. Now I'm curious. Because I'm in Australia, so I'm like, I don't think we got Parliament House Australia. Do we have a McDonald's? Oh, I feel we have a thing now. We must Google up. Where are the weirdest McDonald's locations in the world? Parliament House, Australia. Do we have a Macca's there? What? That's crazy. Does Parliament have a cafe? It has a public cafe and a gift shop. We don't have a Macca's. I mean, entry is free, but we only have an overpriced cafe. There is no McDonald's in our Parliament. No! Okay, this is the thing now. I'm dedicated. Where the coolest locations for Macca's in the world? Man, I wonder how many times Google gets to search stuff. Coolest places in the world that have Macca's. This is important questions. Is there maybe there's a Macca's in like the sky? Let's see. Some McDonald's restaurant. No. Okay, you know what I really hate about this is when you have the annoying sites that are like you can't use an ad blocker. I like to use ad blockers. I'm terrible that way. Okay, let's see. Let's see. McDonald's in New Zealand. Oh, it's in an airplane? Oh, it's in a luxury plane. Okay, there's a if you go to for any New Zealanders out there or peeps who want to go travel, if you want to get a bougie McDonald's, someone built it in a plane. Ah. Bro, McDonald's airplane. Okay, here we go. We got McDonald's Florida. Why is Florida cool? Florida is the world's largest McDonald's. Maybe I can bring this up on a tiny screen so you guys can figure it out with me, right? Entertainment McDonald's. Why are you cool? Extensive menu. Customized omelets. Break oven pizza. Belgian waffles and pasta. Wait, what? My Macca's doesn't do that. We just have, like, burgers. 30-foot Ronald McDonald. Dang. Wow. Okay, anyone in the US, you gotta tell me about how the Florida McDonald's is with their customized omelets, right? What else is there? Okay, McDonald's California. That's like a drive-through. Portugal. What? Okay, I still think that's okay. What? Yeah. Oh, okay. You know what? There's a lot of McDonald's here that just look very bougie because they're in very old or nice buildings, but there's nothing that. Okay, they did put McDonald's everywhere, but I still think the one in the Pentagon's hilarious. You telling me the Pentagon one didn't make the list? Okay. Well, it's nice to know that if you ever go to the Pentagon, you can go see what is in the Pentagon there. I have so many questions. I think the fact that the Pentagon always has all these cool movies made about it, and now I've got this like probably the incorrect perception that it's like some super high-tech secret place with secret tunnels with secret doors and secret levels, and it's like armed to the teeth, and there's secret traps, and like just like a game mode. If you go through there, you'll probably get exploded. And there's like the eye scanners and everything. That's what I feel the Pentagon is. If Macca's was just a single restaurant, it would deserve a Michelin star. But it's going so out of control, there is no shot. There's so many McDonald's. I love it. Macca's is great. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's amazing how one company has been able to just like really like get their branding out universally and go into that. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of brands like that. I think Coca-Cola's another one where everybody knows them. But on the other hand, there are like the funny ones where I feel like here they're like a normal thing, and then you get other places they've never heard it in their life before. For anyone who's on Australia, you should try a Hungry Jack's one day. They're just the Burger King, but they're the Australian version. Which gets confusing, because I remember trying to like look into another place and like, why is everywhere got a Burger King? Suppose you Burger King is like the Macca's, I guess. I mean, not Macca's, the Hungry Jacks of Australia, right? But yes, okay, there we go. I've now gone on an internet adventure looking at McDonald's. I think what is smart with McDonald's though is marketing those toys that come with the little Happy Meal boxes, right? Oh my goodness. Yes, that's just genius right there. It's like, you know what was hard though is that stretching. Okay, I'll stretch. Maybe someone else can appreciate this, but why Macca's was smart about those kids' toys as well is that they always release them in that, let's say they had a set of like, I don't know, 6 toys, right? They would always release them in a period, so if you wanted the set, it literally have to be like, you have to wait like 2 weeks until the next toy is released, and they have all that toy, and then the next 2 weeks after that, they'll release the toy after that. And I always thought it was just kind of like, what? That's crazy. Yeah, oh, is it 1 toy a week? Yeah, because I remember as a kid, yeah, I mean, this is the way it always works. You never get the one you want, and they'll be like, oh, you have to come back in next week's. Exactly, get kids and parents to turn into a habit. Now, story time. For me, there was just like a Hello Kitty set that got released, I remember when I was little. And I was like, oh my god, I really, really want it. It was so cute. It had like a curve and like stickers, and like I really wanted it. And I guess my mom was real sweet because we went to Macca's for like a month or whatever to get the whole set. But I always thought like it was so cheeky on what they did because obviously like by putting the week thing, it does feel like there is now a time limit, and that, oh yeah, if you get the set you get one, or you never get it again. But then also now you're eating Macca's for like X amount, and then I guess the next toy set comes out or whatever. Didn't they have recently as well like a bunch of Pokemon cards with Macca's? Is that a thing? um but I just thought, I'm like, genius, right? I thought that was cheeky. I mean, now I'm just kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever. They have cute Macca's toys. You'll probably find them on the secondhand market or something. They do Pokemon. Exactly. That's. I feel so bad because the kids are going to be like, I want Pokemon cards. And the parents will be like, oh no. They are not good cards. Oh, thankfully. Okay. Because I could already see the scalpers going to Macca's and buying out all the cards, and all the kids then are like, no, I didn't get it. Or if they were like McDonald's exclusive cards, right? I can already see that being a problem. But it's a good thing they sorted it out. At least the cards are for the kids. They'll enjoy it. I feel, Woolies, okay, I don't know about other countries, but in Australia, Woolies and Coles are also doing the equivalent Macca's thing, where like if you shop $30 at Coles and Woolies, so our Coles and Woolies are like the Walmarts, think of other countries. I think, is that how it works? Right? If you spend $30, you get a mystery box. And obviously, there's like 30 mystery items to collect, so if you keep buying things, you'll be able to collect the set with 30 mystery items. Hey, exactly. So Woolies is our like supermarket, a big chain of supermarket. And exactly, they have like a Minecraft thing going out where if you can collect what? I think 30, I don't even know, 30 Minecraft blocks, and then there's the super rare Minecraft block that you can get, and then it'll be really rare and you can show off your really cool item. But they keep doing that, and I'm like, oh, I feel pain for the parents in that, you know, the poor kids are like, but I need to complete my set. And then what, do you have to keep going to Coles and spending $30? It's gotcha, exactly. But it's like, it's infested our supermarkets now. I don't know if this is happening in other countries or if it's just Australia and people fall for it. They actually did an adult version as well. So you know how you have the kids and their little Minecrafts? They did the same thing with the parents now, or the adults, us the adultsies, where it's like, if you spend $30, you get a point, and if you get enough points, you get to collect the super cooking set. Where if you get this points, you get a glass, and this point you get free knives, and this point you get a free saucer. And I know a lot of people that really wanted to complete that set, even though they already had perfectly fine pots and pans and like things. But now you're just kind of like, you know what? That's just marketing. That whoever thought to play gacha with all the adults now and wanting to get pots and pan points for free, quotation mark, is genius. That is just marketing next level. I want to read this. What is this? Not cute. Legend said the last thing fish kind see before airing lies the whole village. It's the she says, do I? Hey, we don't want the chicken. It just sounds so good though. It's just, you can't, it just rolls off the tongue, okay? If I ever land with any more of these, FOMO sucks are real. It's Australia, gambling addiction do a thing. But, I just thought that was cheeky. Like, I feel the Coles and the Woolies is just being Macca's Happy Meals, but like more, because now it's your groceries. Like at least Macca's, you had to be like, I'm gonna make a choice here to want to buy this item that I didn't really want, right? You know, because the toy is really cool and it comes with a Macca's meal, so we'll do it as a one-off. Now you are forced to, with the, what is it? Because here's the thing, if you shop in the wrong shop as well, right? Because here we have our biggest competitors. You can either be red or green, right? Green is Woolies, red is Coles. If you're on the wrong supermarket, you can't get the item in stock. So let's say you want to get Minecraft blocks from Woolies. If you shop at Coles, oh no, what are you gonna do? You can't get the right ones. I guess you'll have to just go to the other shop. Like, see how sneaky that is? It's just, I just thought that that's called marketing 10. My ex's mom took like 5K from her to go to the Pokies. One of my coworkers was $20 a night. No more, no less. Yeah, I think that's the dangerous thing, is that it's sneaky. I think no one Okay, maybe not the 5K, but I think people tend to like bit by bit. They'll be like, it's only $10. It's only like $5. Just one more. But then it like builds and builds and builds. And suddenly you're like, where did my like savings go? Where did everything land? And that's why I always say it's really important to like have like, you know, a money nest or like a rainy day. What is it called? Rainy day fund, because I swear, this is just me. I always know that around Christmas time, something goes wrong. Like, financially, something will just blow up. Like, I think last year was, like, my car tire crossed, like, a bunch of other things. Um, and, yeah, the floor had a hole in it. There was a few things that happened, but I always just feel, have a rainy day fund. It just helps, you know? Gambling is real in Australia, yeah. I still have 10 different colored Coca-Cola glasses clicking down on the couch. Back to the other center photo. What are these Coca-Cola glasses? Yo, did anyone have the Coca-Cola what is it? There were different types of Coca-Cola glasses. There were like the Olympic ones. There were like the spinning ones that spun. That had this whole spinning shtick with them. There's I'm not gonna lie, I think I had Coca-Cola glasses. They ended up getting all donated because they didn't match anything else. And they were like really funny to fit in the dishwasher. Like they were just really odd shaped. It's good to know Coca-Cola glasses was a thing. I remember I just did a bunch for Olympics and they had different Coca-Cola colors, which is cool. What is this? Nutella's jars used to be able to be washed out to turn into drinking glasses. Wait, really? Oh, that's cool. But don't Nutella have those like, what are they called? These oblongy, longy. They're kind of wooby. I don't know how to describe it. The jars are not circle. They're kind of like woobly doobly. They're wobbly jars. You know, Nutella had this whole thing in Australia where you could write your name down and print out your name instead of Nutella. I think Toblerone had it as well, and you could make customized Nutellas and Toblerones. I wanted to do that, but I can't eat either of them, so there was no point. What is this? They had a point action, an action for pans at the supermarket, where parents always go. So I got some super cheap pans for my student student room. Oh, see, that's okay. Here's my, oh, this is gonna sound funny. I feel like as well, if what you can, because I had to help out a few friends who wanted to actually collect the, I'm not gonna lie, maybe I may have collected a set of one or two of them. I've stopped now because I realized that it wasn't very good to keep spending my money on supermarkets and trying to get the mystery minis. But I will actually say that you can always join the trading forums if you want to collect and you want to save money, because I found out that was a lot more easy to finish your sets off while still being able to enjoy the additions of opening gacha minis from Coles and Woolies. I probably should mention that as well, and that, you know, if people actually are here doing them, I think are good and fun. I guess that there's a community aspect, but you've always got the trading you can do, so you don't need to feel pressure to keep buying. Which may be me, things you don't need to try get it at $30 so you can get the mystery thing. I have also sinned. I am not pure in regards to the Coles and Woolies, because you're shopping anyways. You think, why not? You know, they offer me this little free packet of a mystery item. I'm like, well, it is free. I'll take it now. Was it really free? What is it? I took like 12 pads and worked at home. They're a bit scratched up, but they are free. Free is free. Everyone's here is thrifty. What is it? Oh my god! Welcome to the stream. How is Epic Artist? How did Epic Art for Aries? Yes, we have 3D model now. It's actually still, this is kind of the secret. We're not supposed, it's still in progress. There's a bunch of glitches. It's still in the progress, but we got double vision now to become perfect. Chef gifts. Mwah! It's working, right? What is it? I volunteer at the charity shop. The stores get 10 plus Coca-Cola glasses from McDonald's. Oh, whatever per week. Okay, I'm gonna teach you guys the true thing. If you go to the op shops, sometimes they don't look at the codes properly and they sell real gold there. Once I picked up real gold there, they don't check. If it's good knowing with gold about the hallmarks of, like, real gold always has like a little like a number or something on it. Sometimes they don't check their jewelry, so I'm just saying, you know, op shops, you can get things there if you're patient. You have to obviously go there a lot. Even better, I suppose, if you actually work there and get to see stuff before it hits the floor. But I'm just saying, there's some good stuff there, you know? Though it's not, I'm not too good for anything. I forgot, I also bought 4-finger Coca-Cola Jenga set. I mean, as long as your Jenga set was complete. I got really sad because, like, what is it? Sorry, I'm gonna say this wrong. It might have gone was in the chat. The Ravensburger puzzle. I had a friend who wanted to get a Ravensburger puzzle, and it was missing pieces. So whenever you buy a puzzle from the op shop, unless it's sealed, it's probably missing stuff, and that's why it's donated. But they actually did the puzzle, and they were sad to find that the 3 pieces missing. Talking about Nutella jars, my parents still have the Wonder Woman glass. Wait, the Wonder Woman glasses? Oh my god. Ravensburger is peak puzzles. I know them for board games more so. Yeah, the Ravensburger. I think I was trying to help a friend look for all the Ravensburgers in like the op shops because they love puzzles, but I realized that was a fail because every single puzzle has missing pieces at the op shop. That's one. I feel there's some things you just definitely can't buy well from op shops. If it's like decor, it's usually okay, right? Electronics, I'll be honest, biggest hit and miss in the universe. I feel like, you know, electronics is one of those weird ones where most of the time probably aren't working. They're probably there because they're old. But decor is always good. You know what? Something I really want? I really want to find uranium glass. You keep seeing those like what do you call videos where people get the glass green, and I'm like, I want a uranium glass. I want a uranium glass, but I can't just buy it offline. I need to go find it in the wild. Like the hunt is in the search, guys. If you just buy it, it's not the same thing, you know. Oh, I'm gonna read this. Charity shop. I volunteer, checks all the jewelry. Someone goes there and buys. Wait, to resell online? They also sort jewelry in the day she comes in, which upsets me because I would like to buy good pieces, but I don't have the time to browse on the day. Is your radio glass? Oh no, really? Not cute? She does that? Okay, well someone must have messed up in mine because to be fair, they put the Hallmark code was inside the hook, so I got gold and I think the person must have just missed it. But I remember being like, this is actually genuine gold. But if someone's reselling it, okay, hear me out. If they're reselling the gold, the money should go back to the charity, so whatever they're fundraising it for. If they're reselling it for like personal purposes, we might get a little bit gray. I guess the grayness happens as well if they're like a manager that's working for free and they work 9 to 5 and they don't get paid because they're a volunteer, then my ethics would be like, is the gold like a substitute or are they declaring it? It gets kind of weird, but gold is really valuable right now. So she's probably like, you know, you can just go to your local, what is it, gold mint, and they'll just buy gold at a pretty good price. So, you know, gold is gold. Or at least that's for as far as I know. I just know there's some value to that stuff, and you're like, oh, shiny. Are uranium glasses mostly safe? Mostly. Somewhat. This uranium with half-life is 4.5 billion years. That's the most common one, but... no, because supposedly there's glass that, like... Okay, hear me out. Maybe I should research how safe the uranium glass is before I start dumping it next to, like, my place of sleeping. Because I also don't want to get radiation poisoning. But that being said, I do find it cool when you get the, I think they're called giga counters. Oh, hydrating. Okay, Fab, I'll hydrate. Wah! You get something which is like a giga counter, a giga counter, which counts, like, the radiation particles, what is it, alpha, beta, gamma particles, I think. And if you put it next to uranium, you can kind of hear them going off. Now, the way it works is that most alpha particles can't actually penetrate your skin, so you should be fine. If they're gamma particles, you're not fine. I think alpha particles do more damage, but they can't get past the skin barrier. The problem about gamma ones is they actually can get past the skin barrier, but I guess... I don't know, what is it? Alpha particles are just rogue protons and beta particles are rogue electrons, and then gamma's just radiation question mark. I can't remember. It's too long. Someone can help me who knows physics better than me, right? Why are baseball players messy eaters? Because they're always dribbling. I'm crying at these dad jokes. 2 silkworms at a race, they ended up in a tie. Oh my gosh. Actually, I've always, you know that oh, what is this? Well, what is this? 4.4 years half-life is for all practical purposes. To humans, it's not a lot of radioactive. I don't know. I think, it's just like the idea of having something that's like uranium. It just sounds cool. But then I probably should be smart about this and be like, maybe I shouldn't just run around with uranium glass. I literally was telling someone about this previously. They're just like, you're dumb. Why would you want something that could just release particles constantly? And I'm like, because it sounded cool. The same thing I want to do is I want to go and like find a fossil randomly. Like I want to go to a random place, punch a hole in the ground, pick up a fossil, and be like, yo, I'm a paleontologist. That's like my bucket list. I have a list of really dumb things, but they have to be specific. I can't just buy a fossil online. It doesn't count. I have to find it myself, crack an egg rock open, and be like, look, I found a chocolate bite. Then I feel very cool, but I have a lot of dreams, but I don't know how I'm gonna get to a fossil pit. I think there's one in America that's really popular or something. But one day I want to go and get a fossil. I don't even know how like customs would work to bring it back as well. There might be a lot of problems I have to think out here, right? Phantom's like sounds rad. What is it? Fun fact. The three historically dangerous colors are green, orange, and white. Especially white. Wait, why is white dangerous? Green would make sense. I feel like if things are green, like that uranium green, you're probably in trouble. I need more answers with orange and white. A mandarin and an orange is orange, right? What's wrong with white? I feel white, you get flowers that are white. What's wrong with white? I need answers. Uranium used in uranium glass is usually depleted uranium, which is less of the more radioactive isotope. Yes, uranium-2. What's the one that's... You're making me do physics, and I haven't touched physics. What's the isotope of uranium? Sorry, everyone's getting a science lesson. Uranium 265. Uranium. What's the unstable one? Unstable uranium. 2838. Uranium 235 being okay. Okay, there we go. Radioactive decay, carbon dating. Aren't you all happy? I remember stuff. Aries was to this. I want to track the fossils. You can't change my mind. I want to go find the fossils. It's really important. Okay. White is usually lead. Oh, lead isn't lead like gray though. Uranium isn't green. Oh. Wait, what's making the uranium glass green then? Wait! Oh my god, wait. I remember this. The colors. Because when you, they have a vacuum jar and you put a current or something through the gas and it makes different colors. Is this what you mean by the orange? Man, my brain's frying. I can't remember with physics. You guys are gonna be more queued up with physics than me. I just remember that you got the halogens and they make different colors. And then you can burn things and they make different colors. Like bromine burns green and then... Oh, what color? If you throw lithium water, it explodes. Don't do that. Don't throw certain metals in the water, explode. Orange is radioactive stuff. That's a movie thing. 235's reactors. 335. You guys are all smart physicists. You actually know stuff. Oh, uranium glass is green from uranium oxide. Okay, that's what's causing it green. Yeah, okay. I didn't know that. I just kind of was like, when I get real uranium, I'll tell you guys. Okay. Oh, okay. What is it? Before the current era, brilliant white paint used lead. Okay, here's story time. I'm gonna trade you facts. Makeup in the olden days also used lead. So historically, if anyone watch Horrible Histories, they used lead makeup to paint their face, and that gave them more blemishes. So they used more lead makeup to paint their face, which gave them more blemishes. And lead poisoning caused lead poisoning. Also, Mad Hatters are called Mad Hatters because I think they formed the hats with... I think it's lead or mercury. I can't remember. The hats were formed using one of them. And what would happen is that if you wore your top hat, the heavy metals would seep into your brain, making you go crazy. So there you go. That's why heavy metals aren't fun for your brain. Don't go wear a weird hats that have been shaped by lead. I think it was lead. What is it? I'm learning so much though. You guys are smart. Before the current era, brilliant white paint used lead. Oops. Horrible Histories are so peak. Yeah, I think it goes down the first column of periodic table. All those waters will go boom boom. Mercury. Okay, it was Mercury that did the hats, right? And that, yeah. I mean, story time. I literally knew. You know, it's I wasn't I probably never had one, but I know the old thermometers used mercury. And I was literally talking to someone who's like, oh yeah, back in my day, the thermometers would break and I just play with the mercury in my hand. And I'm just like, okay, that's probably not the healthiest thing to do. Um, I hope you had fun with the mercury, you know. But I'm glad at least, what is it? Science has gotten better. I mean, they even say there's a bunch of like heavy metals constantly stuck in the fish we eat and stuff like that. So I love fish. I'm probably in trouble anyways. Uranium glass won't do anything. I was so sad, by the way. You know what I actually did? I went to an op shop and I walked past it. There was a green jar, and then the lady bought it, and I stared at it, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's a uranium jar!" Like you know the uranium glass, and I was so angry. It was right in front of my eyes. I could have bought uranium glass, and I missed it. It was the right shade of green. It looked the right shade. I missed my chance to buy uranium glass. It was so cheap too. Right, what is this? I'm gonna read. A way to purify mercury is to do a distillation. Yo, distillations. Gonna tell me about this. We all science folk here. I approve. Or if we're not, we're learning as well. I'm learning science with you guys. Also, don't dump molten aluminium into water. It can also explode really badly too. What am I doing to go have molten aluminium? How hot would that be? Because like, I don't know. I think to get most metals to melting point, unless it's like solder, I think you can like get that pretty okay. But most metals is a pretty high melting point to get it. It's a very specific instance that I would be melting aluminium for. I guess the only way I could see myself melting aluminium, let me think, maybe to make it into a mold or something. I don't know, but that probably burn the mold at that point. Distilling mercury is very dangerous because if you don't seal it well, you get all the tasty mercury vapors. Oh, yo! Oh yeah, I heard about that. Vapors is another beast. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think the basic science test you always do is you do the pop test where you like burn it, what is it? You get a bunch of metals, dump them in water, and you like collect all the vapors. And then the whole idea is that if you can tell that they've all been stored because if you put a match, it goes pop, and it makes a noise to show that the stuff was there for it to pop. Otherwise, it was just normal O2, it wouldn't pop. So I think that's like another cool thing about, you can't see them, but they're there. But also esters really stink. And we had another test, we had to sniff all these things, and we're like, blah. Oh, there's a sad, cool video about people dumping aluminium to fire ant nest. Oh, I saw that. It's all over socials. I do feel a bit bad for the ants. It's a pretty bad way to go. And they sell them as art as well. They'd be like, wow, look at this burrow. It's so deep. And all the ants are now in the aluminium. And I'm like, oh, man, if I'm just an ant, minding my own business, I'm getting like a crumb. I can't wait to show the queen. And then I just get doused in aluminium in the name of art. I do feel a bit bad for the ant. Just kind of like, okay. Yep. Poor ant. Don't have much to say about that. It's like, okay, just, yeah, I guess it was quick. To be fair, those fire ants are jerks. Oh, okay. I don't know much about them. It's definitely a thing, right? Because it's just like, I guess the ants are just doing what ants do. I guess if they're causing problems, like maybe there's an overpopulation and they're eating all the crops or something, maybe you're like, okay, the ants gotta go. I just feel a bit bad for them. They get exploded with the aluminium. But, I don't know, I heard pewter has a lower melting point, so if you want to make stuff with pewter, it's a lot more easier to make it by melting the pewter, right? But, yeah, you know, I do like the idea of, like, oh yeah, it'd be so cool to make a necklace or something, like, molding it, but I also know that any experience I've ever had with metalworks has never ended very well, from personal experience. I usually end up burning myself, so I'm just kind of like, probably better off looking for some dinosaur bones or like uranium glass and trying to like take it upon myself to build something out of aluminium. I just feel, I guarantee you, like, you know, anyone ever did those, what is it, titrations, where you have to turn the water from like white to purple, but you want to get it in that point that it just turns before it turns purple? I used to mess up my titrations all the time, and I used to spill too much stuff, and then it'd be purple, and then you gotta do it all over again, and then your calculations are wrong when you do it on a graph. So I've never been very precise. I remember with, we went to the chemical labs, and they had a bunch of science stuff, the chemical hoods, where you have to put your hands in there and like do the vapors, and I'm like, I'm good thing I'm not going down this route. I feel like I'm not lasting very long. I'm the sort of person who forgets things here and there. I'm like, I guarantee you, I'll probably forget to turn the thing on or something. I don't know. I just know this is just a me trait. I'm not the most accurate person in the world. I'm dotting the I's and crossing the T's. Oh, if ants are aggressive, they come from Amazon, they can float. I've seen videos about how the ants make like a little raft and they'll all jump on each other and float across the water, those nasty pasties. I was remembering Okay, hear me out. I was having a debate with my friend whether it would be worse to be in an ant apocalypse or a zombie apocalypse. And I'm like, this is a very specific question to be asking about an ant apocalypse or a zombie apocalypse. But they were saying, like, okay, you either have all the ants become zombie ants and you die if they bite you, or the humans are all zombies, but just the humans. And I'm like, how am I gonna outrun an ant, a zombie ant? I'm dead. I mean, I did say to them that hypothetically, ants, if you like wash the place in hot water, then they can't find the pheromones, so maybe they can't bite me, so I'll just have a ring of hot water around me constantly, but they'll float across the water and get to me, right? Sky area is super fun to easier to track zombies than ants. Ants can devour. Oh, wow, super quick. Okay, who's team zombie humans and who's team zombie ants being the one that will absolutely devastate us? I mean, I'm assuming not all the ants are zombies, just some of them are infected. If the ants probably carry a disease, they bite you and then you get infected and then you just die. You don't become a zombie human, it's just the ants are all zombies. I think that's it. Why both? Zombie fungus for ants already exist. Oh no! Zombie ants are also creepy. No, exactly. You get the bugs that land things in their brain, and the ants just like become a zombie, right? You get the zombie snails, and the parasite wants to get eaten by birds, so the snails get hijacked in their brains, and they go up, and their eyes go, and they become really colorful, and then they get eaten by the bird. But that's kind of creepy. And yeah, okay. To be fair, the bug kingdom is messed up in general. Like, there's a lot of bugs laying bugs in bugs' brains, and mushrooms controlling bugs, and bugs eating bugs. Bugs are bugs. Ew. Yeah. Okay. Bleh, right. Bull ants don't use pheromones. No, I prefer human zombie. Okay, so my horror movie that I'm gonna create, if I was to make a game, we have to fight zombie ants. Oh, you're right. If they're bull ants, we're totally screwed. I just assumed I could make a ring of hot water. I'm like running around with like bug spray and just hitting the ants. I can imagine it's like, we're all stuck in the bunker. We've all got our pesticides, but the ants, they'll find a way. We don't have much time before they get everywhere. Have you never seen an ant? In this room, it's like, no, they're underground, they're in the ceiling, they're everywhere. We just have to survive long enough so we can live. Yep. Okay, so everyone agrees. The ant apocalypse is worse. I don't know. It was. Okay, I got another funny story. Man, okay, I should probably reiterate, all these really whack conversations usually happen when, like, this is my memories, right? It's always when you have a fire drill and you get forced out of whatever you're doing, that you just like, great, I have to wait like an hour outside this building before I can collect my belongings. So this is usually where you wait, right? You wait for the next thing to get released or something like that. So, yeah. What is it? I love when friends banter. This is what happened. So I think the first conversation was whether you would love to go fight a zombie apocalypse or ant apocalypse. And I actually think I was like, at least I can squish ants, maybe? I can like... But okay, regardless of it, it didn't go too well, and I think I realized I would not last either of them, and probably, it wouldn't end very well. The other one was that if you had to have a zombie apocalypse right now, so let's say you're in, uni, school, work, right? And you get a fire drill, and it's actually not a fire drill, it's actually a zombie apocalypse alarm. And you have to make now a team, you have to select 5 people at your workplace, school, or uni, university, college, whatever, right? To survive the zombie apocalypse. Who are you selecting and why are you selecting them? That is always the funnest one to ask people. And obviously, chat, you can put pseudo names, but the reason why certain people are selected is absolutely hilarious. And then you obviously have things like, why a certain person wouldn't exist, or why this person wouldn't last, or I think this person's a better option than that person. Right, is it? I'm gonna read this. The universe I used to work at bought their fire alarms from Canada. It was a bad decision. They went off when the temperature exceeded 30 degrees. Well, that's just cheapness being a problem. That's kind of hilarious. Oh my goodness, I love it. I only have 5 people at work. It's rigged. Okay, well no, the true question not angry is that, are you surviving at work with the 5 people that you're stuck with? trouble. I think what was really cool when I did this theoretical when we had the fire alarm with my friend is that they all had very solid reasons on like what their like okay, you can tell what group I was in because everyone had some pretty solid zombie apocalypse ideas on what they were going to do to survive. Like the whole thing was like, which room would you go to try survive longer? And everybody had some pretty good things. Like one person was like straight up, I'm running to the cafeteria to go get food because I guarantee you everyone's gonna realize they need food, just like the toilet paper problem, and it's all gonna be gone. And someone else was like, yo, we're gonna go in the chemistry lab and make bombs. I'm like, what are you doing in the chemistry lab? Making weapons. Someone's like, yo, we should go to the phys ed because there's like a bunch of bannons and stuff that we could probably like hit the zombies with. And I'm like, they've thought this really through. I was really dumb. I was like, don't you want to get up high? Like, and like climb, like go on the roofs and stuff so you can see where the zombies are. Otherwise, you were running around the bottom, you're gonna get wrecked if you don't like have a watcher or something. So maybe you guys can tell me what you would think if you were in a zombie apocalypse, given you were stuck at like, and I would say it's not, if you're at home, I'm assuming you know where everything is, so it'd be quicker, but it's more the idea of being stuck at a place that you're not probably prepared to do a zombie apocalypse, because then it makes it more interesting because you have to think about the theoreticals and how it's gonna work. Just saying. It's kind of cool that way, right? Ah, Aerie, she's being real life Pokemon, minus the... It's Bite 4, right? But yes, that's my zombie apocalypse story. I feel like this is what happens. And what else was there? There was a lot of these are just like weird hypotheticals that would never happen, but in the case they do, at least I thought about how I would survive a zombie apocalypse. I'm also probably not on many people's lists to join. And I would feel if there's a zombie apocalypse, the only reason I'm there is because I'm the comedy relief character, so that if everyone's all depressed, they're like, everyone's depressed except for this mad person right over here. And I'm like, whoa, zombie apocalypse, let's go. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, that's my only role I'm seeing of surviving the zombie apocalypse. Is like my strength, 0. Maybe I've got dexterity, but I'll be probably screaming and running away from zombies, if anything, because I feel that's when I play horror games. I'm not very good at being quiet. Maybe you can just cook in like the safe zones of the zombie apocalypse, or I can just be like the therapist lady who are like, it's okay that we're in a zombie apocalypse, everything's gonna be fine. We need to stick together and have high morale, and we're all gonna get through this. Don't worry, it's not that bad. Think about the bright side. You're not a zombie yet. What is this? I think I'm not surviving. I might as well have a decade of lovingly pull out to my time. Yeah. I counted all my board games the other week. I don't think I need to buy anymore. Oh my god, not angry. How many board games you got? Well, this is zombie apocalypse. You'll be sorted for board games. Are they all like multiplayer board games, or are they like some single ones? 129 board games. I mean, to be fair, I feel like, I don't know, a lot of people I know tend to be the board gaming persons. I think board games are definitely really fun for community. I think my problem with board games is I usually just don't have people that got time to put away for the board games. It's quite tricky. A few single player ones. Oh, okay. Anyone else here a board gamer? I think, I don't know, my experience with board games used to be a board game club that I used to go to, which was really fun. But I think the problem is that that board game club was part of my studies, and you aged up and then you couldn't go to the board games anymore. But you should play a mega game. Mega games are cool. You should do a mega game. Mega game's like a board game up. I think I mentioned this like way like previously in a previous stream, but yes, for mega games, those things are like peak. I love mega games. It was the greatest thing ever. Board game community now when though. I guess I could. I mean, I have to figure out what board games one could actually put on stream and see if people could do it. I mean, I think it'll be hard to stream though because everyone would know what I have. like, okay, it would have to be that if I'm playing board games and I was to stream it, for anyone who's not participating, you can't have a lot. You can't cheat, right? I've been playing checkers at work with my boss over the past couple of days. On shift, of course. 2-2 at the moment. Wait, is checkers the one where you have to jump over the other person? I always get confused with checkers with Othello. What's checkers? Checkers no, checkers is different. Jump over. Oh, okay, checkers is different to Othello. No, checkers is like, okay, it's been a while. You know what is interesting? Someone was like, oh, you want to play like a game you never played before? I was like, okay. So, hear me out, right? You know how we all play chess and chess is like a thing? I had a friend and they're like, oh, well, I bet you never played Chinese chess before. And they're like, what's Chinese chess? And it's different. They have like cannons or something. I remember, I was very confused with the whole thing, but I'm always up to playing weird games. And I forgot everything on how to play it, but I always thought that it was cool that different places had like kind of different versions of this. Is it called shogi? I just thought it was really different. I was like, oh wow, it's not checkers, but they have the circle discs as well. They have a board, and they all kind of do different things. I don't know. Shogi is Japanese. Oh, okay. I don't know. Wait, let me Google it. It's like a thing. Maybe what? It's like it plays differently. How do you play elephant chess? It's also known as that. Don't get me to pronounce this. It's a strategy board game for 2 players. Oh, it's the same family. Oh no, it's the same family games as shogi, but it's different. Very popular. 2 armies. Yeah. So if you want to try something really different, you can just like you should tell someone I challenge you to a chess duel and then be like a pro chess player, and then you whoop up like Chinese chess and they'll be like, oh bro, wait, what? And you're like, yo, you think this is a thing? You can get away with a technicality with that. If you want to win bets, that's one. Make bets you can only win. Name for it is abstract games, so games and pieces are incredibly low narrative, pure strategy. Oh, yeah, I think, was it chess? My opening move, I can let you tell you. I didn't know that my opening move actually had a name to it. I'm pretty sure my opening is always London's defense. And I didn't even know it was a thing. I just, like, always did it in chess. I think it's a London's defense. Yeah, that looks kind of roughly what I did. I think it's a London's defense. Exactly, but I didn't even know it was a thing. I literally just did it normally, and I was like, I have a chess opening? That's cool! But now I don't feel special anymore. It's like everything that I thought I invented was already invented. I don't know. We got chess players here? Like some I can't play chess for the life of me. It's like one of those things where you see like really good people, and like then you're just kind of like, I will just watch. I know what you're doing. Kind of. I know when you've taken a point. Strategy beyond. You know when people play like 10 levels above, or 10 steps above? I only think like 1 or 2 stages above. So I always end up getting like, forked. I hate forking. That's like my bane of chess. I always end up getting forked between like my rook and my queen. And I'm just notoriously known for doing this, where I always can't see the forks happening. I'm like, poo, I didn't see that, right? Every opening has a name. There's also the opening that you can instantly lose. It wasn't chess lost in 3 moves or something, but yeah, I think it was cool. But yeah, that's my knowledge. I think board games are definitely a cool thing. If people haven't here played Dungeons and Dragons, you should give it a shot. You know. Then again, it is. Oh, okay. Here's my advice that I thought was kind of cool, right? What happened is that for D&D, my old group, well, let's just say everyone got really busy and we never were able to play again. You get a lot of what do you call it? Clubs where you can pay money for a DM. Obviously, if you have a friend that does it for free, that's always better. But there was a person that you could pay like money, and then they would run a campaign for like a bunch of randoms. And that way you could have a chance to experience D&D without having to, set up a whole group and find DM and everything. And so I always thought that was a really cool way, is that if there's people here who like want to try D&D but they can't, then there's always like that aspect as well. Hey, Random Chris. Welcome, welcome. I have Pathfinder 2 game. I'm playing this weekend. Oh, very nice. Everything's assuming all her chat is friends. You have friends. I believe you have friends. No, I just said if you don't have friends, you can just go to a D&D random event, and then they'll literally just like they'll sign you up. My friends that used to play D&D would not exist at a point of time because they all had busy lives to do, right? Um, and what essentially happened was that, understandably, um, they got busy. People got busy, so I ended up signing up for a bunch of D&D sessions that with the one with randoms. Like you paid money, and then a DM would just take a bunch of randoms. You had a bunch of characters, and then you all go through it. Right? I have found a bug with this where the shading's really weird. See how my hand is like a different shade to my wrist? I found a bug in the thing. I mean, it's the same shade as my face, just that I don't know why my wrist is a different shade. Hey, I'm finding bugs in this model. It's great. I can let the person know. Um, what is this? I might have friends, maybe. I cannot classify that information. No, I believe. Okay, if you don't have anyone that can play in D&D, and as someone who's been in that position, you can always find people to join you by joining a game club, and they usually have D&D nights where you can go pay a bunch of money and sign up with a random DM, random people who want to join, and you go on a campaign, and it's really good. And usually if you really like those people, the person will offer if you want to make a permanent group, and if you want to go more regularly. Obviously you have to pay the money, but it's a nice way to go meet more people. Unfortunately for me, I was quite busy after that, so I didn't end up continuing with that group, but I always recommend it's a fun thing to do if it's kind of harder to meet people, right? I have a decent crew of friends. Yeah, exactly. So then obviously then Epico can make epic event. And if you have friends and they're just not interested in D&D, that's where I think the board game clubs are really cool because you can still have the chance to play D&D even if your friends are busy and you don't have a chance to do that. So I always say D&D is really fun. Mega games are harder to find. But I think some places you have to actually sign up for them as a bigger thing. But yeah, I would say Mega Game's cool. If you can get a chance to ever play Mega Game, that's one where you. I'll always say this again. You can do LARPing as well, which is like the final level up. But that one it takes a bit of confidence. I understand if people feel weird about that one, but it is kind of fun. And I'm just saying, it's like some things you can try, right? Um, I host board games every Friday. I don't know. I haven't played Blood on the Clock Tower, but it sounds fun. Me and my friends at a campfire. Yeah, it's okay. We all at the campfire. Mega games, so fun to watch. I love mega games. I just think it's one of those things where I'm just kind of like, chef's kiss. If I saw that was a local one, I would totally do it. But they're just not done very often. You see more LARPing than mega games. I think mega games is like a little medium between LARPing and between board games. You can kind of LARPing requires you to sometimes walk around and do a lot of stuff. But I feel mega games you can still sit on a chair. You can just like very much go in and out of like, I'm the president of whatever. It was so good though. I love playing my main game we did. Blog on the Cocktail. Oh, thank you so much for following. El Dio123. Much appreciated. I haven't played Blood on the Clock Tower, but it does sound fun. Wait, I'm gonna Google it now. I'm gonna have a look. Was that the fighting one you mentioned last time on the Clock Tower? Clock Tower. Blood on the Clock Tower. Ooh. That looks so fancy. Oh my god, it looks really, really fancy. It's like a full-on story. Thank you, Norvin. Kraylan. Ooh, how to pronounce that? Kraylan for following. Thank you very much. Blood Cook Tower. The wrongly shaded hands look like gloves. Wait. Okay, chat. We gotta try something out. Is the wrongly shaded hands just a problem with my like Warrior lighting? Because the idea was that I was gonna strength test this to see that if there's problems with the model, because once I sign off on it, I cannot get it fixed again. So if it's like bugging, it's good. If you guys also see anything that looks really weird, you have to let me know. But yeah, that looked kind of funny. The gloves, this isn't right. We should be the same color, but we are not the same color. Something's wrong with the coloring. I'm gonna change my environment quickly to see if it fixes it. Okay, let's just go into the. Yeah, we've got like a glove problem. It's not as bad here. Now I'm just orange. Okay, let's just change again. I want to be orange. Let's go to the. Yeah, I've got a glove problem going on. Okay. Thanks, guys. See, this is where I stress test it. If there's anything that looks really funny, you guys gotta let me know, right? Uranium Necker. I'm radioactive, guys. What is it? I think the shading of your sleeve shatter. Oh, is that what's doing it? But it looks a bit wrongly done. If you get what I mean, right? Maybe it's the fact that it just cuts off. Maybe there should have been blending because it looks like I'm wearing. It looks like my wrist is the same color as my hair. I reckon it is the shading. It just something looks a bit odd. Yeah, my drifty drift, right? It looks a bit off. That shading of your sleeve, it just doesn't move correctly. Oh, okay, it doesn't move correctly. Yeah, maybe that's it. I might have to just do a little note to my person before I sign up and go, hey, can we get this fixed? I've got like some funny sleeve thing going on. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to ask them because they were just like, oh, that's just the way shading works. I'll be like, okay, I can't fix it, but it does look a little funny. Hey, and welcome. Thank you for chatting for the first time. We're just talking about board games. This is the first time I'm trying this. It is not the final version, so there will be a final version eventually. But I'm strength testing it to be like, I'm expecting bugs, right? More bugs, the better. I can pick them up beforehand. If there's things wrong, then that way I can go let the person know and I can get it all checked. Your hand breaks. Yeah, my hand breaks because the tracking is just a bit poo-poo. What's gonna happen is that I need to somehow procure another iPhone so I can get proper tracking. And this is bad because I already used the phone for my face. So I'm like, I don't even know how I'm gonna get a phone, another one. It's okay. I'll find a way to borrow one of somebody and be like, you that iPhone X you have there, I need to borrow it for like animation purposes. It'll only be for like a little bit, but I need to go test something else. It's alright. I'm sure I'll find someone that can borrow an iPhone 10 Plus from. It's fine. I'm sure I can get one off like eBay or something. Thinking from exact, you literally beat me to it, Risky. I was gonna have to be like, yeah, I might just, even if it's got like one of those really horrendously cracked screens and it's really bunted and it just needs to work. Like the camera needs to work. If the camera's busted, I may have wasted my money, but I just need to hope that if I get it, the camera's gonna work. It can have a bunted screen. It's just there just to behave so I can get double tracking and it should be fine, right? It's okay. How about the kitty with ticks goes? I'm dying. Right? Most phones can work with a mouse keyboard if you have a USB dock. Yeah. So, I think the problem is that it does specifically have to be an iPhone, which is a little bit stinky because iPhones have a special camera that does the full-on like depth tracking, and that's kind of important when you have like what is it? Motion stuff. That being said, I don't want to spoil it, but once I do get like better motion tracking, there is like full-on motion tracking with phones, but then I need to have 4 iPhones. This is gonna be a pain in the backside to procure. I'm not even gonna lie about it. It's gonna be a pain in the butt, but it's okay. I'm sure I'll find a way how to do it. I just, there's a lot of technology I really want to get, but it's just like, oh, yeah, can I justify this? Probably not. It'll have to be over a long time to get all the stuff. Oh, pick me wannabe. Guys, how do I make Minecraft hardcore more fun? You make it fun by setting yourself really dumb tasks and then regretting it after when you die. For example, you can go be like, I can only play the whole game on iron armor. No diamond. That'll make you sad. That'll make me sad. Playing Minecraft hardcore mode's already annoying enough sometimes. The amount of times. Okay, wait, story time. The first time I played Minecraft hardcore with a friend, we tried to make an automatic zombie mob farm, and then my friend fell in it and they died and it was on hardcore mode. And I was like, oh well, it's good to know that the zombie farm works. You literally fell into it. Bless. Right? Understandable. Honestly, make a beacon of each altar. Oh my gosh. Quit and play Terraria. I'm dying. Yeah, that's one way to do it. Just play a different game. That suddenly all your Minecraft knowledge is you can play hardcore in Terraria as well, so that'll just make you like hurt because suddenly it's like it's different. It's different. I've just recently started Terraria and I'm like, oof, this is different than Minecraft. I'm used to the Minecraft. It's like, interesting. That's the note. I'm like, I see. What is this? Well, if there's a way of describing Minecraft hardcore in Omni-Man, I don't know. Who's Omni-Man? Is he the guy from like the cartoon series. Really bad. I don't watch a lot of like series, so maybe Chat can help me out on this and like what how to describe that. Yeah, it's from Invincible. Is it that guy? The guy with the mo. I don't know anything else beyond him. I just know that he. Okay, this is from someone who hasn't watched Invincibles. There's a kid and he's got a superhero and his dad's super powered and then his dad beat up his own son from all the memes I keep seeing where he punched his son's face a lot. That that's what I see a lot of. Oh, and the guy has a girlfriend, and she has like pink powers. That's like my summary of Invincible, right? I don't know why his dad beat him up, but all the TikToks was like the think meme, the think one, where he's like on a rock and he's doing the thinking thing, and I was just like, I do not know what is going on in this series, but it doesn't seem to be condoning very good family values. Seems to be a lot of fighting. There we go. That's what I feel. That is it. We don't need to watch the show now. It's just explained it all. You know, how far off am I? I think it's a superhero movie show, but it's like an edgy one. So it's like most superheroes are like, we are good and we save the world and we're like cool. And sometimes some of us are more edgy than others. I think Invincible is more like grittier. Like if DC's grittier, they're like more like, oh yeah, we more questionable and cool. I don't know. I don't know. I I probably missed it totally, but I feel it's probably not like it doesn't look okay. If the dad is beating up his son, it's probably not the sort of series I'd watch. But there was so many memes going on about it. It's like as someone who hasn't watched it, it's important because at some point the dad beats up the son. I don't know if the son lived after that. I'm assuming he did, but he looked pretty beaten up. Him with sharks. What is? I'm gonna read it. It's like edgy, like the boys comics. It's very gritty. Everyone makes sense as characters. Oh, okay. What is this? Pick me. I prepare villages for my empire. I burn the village down and prison all my villagers for weeks so they can destroy the house and rebuild it. Oh my gosh, you're like, what was it? In Rome or something? They had a bunch of people where this Roman emperor Nero burnt the whole of Rome down so we could rebuild it better or something. You sound like you are the emperor. You are building the village in your image. I hope the villagers appreciate it. It's architecture. I guess you can get emeralds from them or something with trading. Hello, Jerry Baker. Welcome to the stream. We're talking about like, oh, what are we talking about? How to oh, thank you for following. My equivalent of what I thought Invincibles was is someone who's never watched it and just literally just made up what I thought from TikToks and videos. I feel that's me. I haven't seen a lot of series. So if you'd be like, have you seen this series? I will literally try to tell you what I think it is based on TikToks and Instagram reels, what I think it is. And it was probably going to be pretty wrong, but there we go. Hit me with another series that I haven't seen. I'll try to summarize it, right? Omni-Man held his son in front of a full moving train and used him as a shield as the train went through him, creating a very messy mess. Why did Omni-Man hold his son in front of a train? Couldn't he just, like, stop the train if he wanted to stop it? Why his son? Maybe it was a punishment because he didn't like his son's behavior. Maybe they had a big fight. I don't know what a fight would warrant you yeeting your son in front of a train and using him as a shield, though. Must have been very dire. I don't... See, this is... I just know the dad beat up his son, and I was like, okay, it's like... It's something like this. It's very edgy. I'll burn the village down, but first spend another minute leaving him out. Oh, I don't want the creepers. Oh no, creepers and unwanted zombies. Okay, yeah, you make a big castle. Can you do like? Okay, I got you a mission. You know how in America they have the stone and they have like 4 faces carved in it? You have to make a mountain and carve your face into it in Minecraft. Then you will truly show the villagers who's boss because you just terraformed a mountain into your face. That will show them who's boss, right? What is this? Yu Hashiro is a peak anime. I've never seen this anime. I don't even think I've seen TikToks of it to know enough to tell you what I would make of it without ever seeing it. Yeah, I've never heard about this. Okay, I'm gonna be a cool kid and go to sleep at 10 p.m. Please be smart. Go to sleep when you need to go to sleep, guys. I don't want to cause too much sleep deprivation. I mean, to be fair, most of my my Thursday streams tend to finish a little bit shorter because that's usually as well for me to actually get some time to do all the errands I'm supposed to do today. What is this? It's an old anime. I hope there's IG reels of it. Oh, we got sunglasses and we got a sticky note. No, wait, my sticky note didn't go on my head. I'm sorry, not cute. I don't know why a sticky note. Maybe it's on the same layers as sunglasses. That's why it didn't work. You know what? When I finish off my 3D model stuff, I'll have all the redeems. I want to make them mirror each other so that when you do sunglasses, it'll be both of us have sunglasses. This little person down here. Wait, can I point at the other? Oh, my finger tracking doesn't work. Wait, hang tight. Can I point? Yeah, that model right in the corner over there. They're gonna have a thing, right? Yeah. It'd be cool then. You can get double redeems. I figured at least the redeems are up so you can hit the tiny areas in the corner. I don't know. This is a work in progress. It's great though. I like being in fifth dimension. I like how I'm in a fancy place. And it's 3D, right? It's too cool for sticky notes. I'm too cool for sticky notes. I'll find a way. I reckon there's probably a way that I know there's a redeem for like, okay, this sounds terrible, but like, I feel the redeems for 3D models are more savage than the redeem for 2D models. Just saying, right? With 3D models, you can literally throw a bucket of water on me, and I'm like, what? Why would you do that? I'll take sharks being thrown at me, but a whole bucket of water? That's so mean! What did you deserve to put a cat underwater? That's like the worst enemy of us, right? Glasses, it seems. Visible series in a nutshell. Knock off Kryptonian, bored, tired, purge method, got COVID-19, decided to play Calls of Clans. What? Okay. I have no clue what happened in Invisibles. You know, if you guys recommend it, I guess I could have a look at it, but I don't know. I feel like most of the series I look for are probably more like, I tend to lean towards more like warm fuzzies. Maybe they raise psychological questions, maybe, but I'm not really into like gore and punching things. I mean, unless there's a reason that we're punching things. Unnecessary violence is probably not my cup of tea. It's probably why I don't really like watching zombie movies where they're like, we're gonna die. Oh no, I don't want to die too. We need to survive the zombies. We gotta go find a cure. Oh no, I'm gonna find a cure. That's why final zombie movies are. I'm not watching a zombie movie series, but I feel like it always feels the same, and there's no end because the zombies are always zombies, and the people are always trying to survive. But I guess that means that they can keep making money out of the series. Oh my god, Kami-sama, kiss! You know the animes the girls like to go read. Yeah, I've read the manga for like the first 3 books or 4 books. They were in my local library. It was okay, I don't know the ending, but this is my summary. There is a girl, and then there is a fox guy. I don't remember. I think she saved him, and then he something about, hey, you are in a shrine now, and she's like, yo, I own a shrine, and this fox guy, he keeps annoying her. I don't know why. Guess like then there's a crow guy that comes along, and I don't know why. I guess they kind of she's trying to keep the shrine open, and they romance each other. That's my memory of what happened. And there's a crow or something, or a bird spirit. Yeah, she can see spirits. That's all I remember. That's literally all I remember. It's a girl, she, in a shrine, she sees spirit. Spirit is fox guy. That's all I remember. There's more to that, I'm sorry. That's pretty much. We don't need to watch Kami-sama Kiss now. It's a romance. It's like Fruits Basket. That I still don't know what happened in Fruits Basket. Okay, wait, spoilers for anyone who wants to know in Fruits Basket. Mask guy just died all of a sudden, and I still don't know how. He just died. Like literally, okay, this is my summary of Fruits Basket. There's a girl, and then she meets 2 guys. One of them is a cat boy, the other one's a mouse boy. Oh no, which one is she gonna choose? Oh no, Mouse Boy just died. I guess it's Cat Boy now. Ta-da! That's the ending of Fruits Basket. I don't know what happened. Someone tell me what happened, because as far as Fruits Basket ended to me, they didn't make her choose if someone just dies. They didn't even explain how he died. He's just like, I'm dying. And then everyone's like, oh, he died. And then I'm just like, what? Yes, that's literally how Fruits Basket was. I still don't know. I was kind of invested. She was meeting all the different animal people, and then they have a curse or something that makes them to critters. But it's not even that bad if they just get hugged by like people. Yeah, yeah. I can't say much of Fruits Basket. That he took away the tension. As soon as you just like, if you kill a character and she's trying to choose, it doesn't really make it a choice, does it? If Act of God just axes out one of the characters. I don't know. What is this? I told my friend what anime I should watch, and she said my little sister can't be this cute. Now I'm worried. Hey, welcome, Dragonwood Fire. Welcome back. I don't know, Pick-a-Me. I've never. Wait, my little sister can't be this cute. We were playing a maid cafe game, and it mentioned that. And I also was concerned by the title. There's a part of me that thinks like, yeah, maybe. Okay, this is based on the title. It's probably like, the main character has a sister, and the sister is adorable, and she does adorable sister things. And you go, wow, that's adorable. Just, I don't know. I can think of a bunch of other things I would rather watch. Maybe the little sister really is really cute. Someone can tell me how that went. I don't know. Maybe she likes cooking or something, and you're like, oh yeah, look at that anime food. It looks great. I don't know. Toradora peak. One Piece is the greatest series ever. Don't know what Toradora is. Have zero clues. Never heard that anime in my life. One Piece. Okay, here's my summary of One Piece based on what I see. There's a guy, he's like really stretchy. He has like a bunch of pirate friends. One of them looks like a skeleton guy. One of them's got green hair, and he's got like two samurais, and he seems like an edgelord. There's a guy with red hair that seems to be really important. He's also a pirate. I don't know. He seems to be important. And they can't swim for some reason. I think it's the fruit they ate. And then if they fall off the boat, they get in trouble because they can't swim. But that doesn't make sense because they're pirates. So why can't the pirates swim? I guess it's because they want powers or something. But they also can't swim. That's kind of my summary of One Piece. Oh, and they're trying to go find the One Piece. But it doesn't matter how many anime episodes, they cannot find the One Piece. What is the One Piece? It is important and all the pirates want it. There we go, that's my summary of One Piece. No, they're fighting a bunch of pirates. It's pirates, yes. They're fighting pirates. That is my summary of One Piece. Based on what I saw on the little clips of what's going on. I guess they seem to do a lot of adventures. Oh, there's a guy that can cook as well. The main character likes to eat a lot. It's like his gag thing. There we go. Toradora is pretty good. What is this? What is a... I never heard of a Remo. The Devil Fruit nerfed them, and as for the series, I don't watch One Piece either. Maybe someone can explain. I feel One Piece, like from what I've heard, it's one of the longest running animes. And there's a lot of arcs and like mini stories, and there is like some overarching story that they're trying to be the best pirates. But for me, I'm definitely one where I'm like, but where's the story going? Like, are they actually gonna get the One Piece? What is the One Piece? Is it an item, a concept, a aura, a status? Like, I don't know. What is it? The 3D is so cute. It looks identical. It's got a few problems though. I've got a weird glove situation going, but it's kind of funny. Maybe I'll just tell the person about it. I'm doing some run testing because the official one will come out probably near the end of the year. But this is like the beta testing. If things go pee-pee poo-poo, I have time to now tell the person if things are going wrong. If it is like, if I sign off and there's problems, then that was my fault. So I have to just make sure that everything's going okay and that it's fine. What is it? One Piece is the greatest work of fiction. Currently they are overthrowing the government and shadow government. The One Piece is our real treasure, probably a super weapon to conquer the world government. Okay, so how are they going for progress with the One Piece? Do they still know where it is? Has anyone used it before? What does it look like? I feel that's the problem about some of these series is that it's like, but where's the ending? They know where it is. Oh, they do know where it is. They just haven't got it yet because there's a bunch of other things I guess they can do. I don't know. So yeah, I guess when it ends, it'll end. You know what made me so sad when Pokemon ended? I was like, not that I actually watched the series, but I watched it like the like really old ones, and then I know they kept like doing new stuff. Then they went to the Aloha region or whatever, and then they did Ash's final battle, and they brought the original Pokemon music back, and I'm like, ah, Ash finally became a Pokemon trainer after all these years, right? And there are more themes of slavery, freedom, and oppression is very good. Oh, okay. Oh, the government erased 400 years ago. Okay, so there's a lot of law. Okay, so they're like the rebels, and the rebels are trying to fight the government. The government's evil, so they need to go get a superpower weapon to punch the government. Okay, that's my summary of One Piece now. Thank you for improving upon my very inaccurate summary of what One Piece is. Yes, I think that's the thing as well. I'm not very good, but with animes, there's a thing online called the filler list, and it doesn't sound very good, but with the filler list, right? You can just skip all the ones that are filler and go straight to storyline. And I will confess, sometimes I don't want to watch all the episodes that I just don't do anything. So in that sense, I will skip and go to the series bits that are accurate and change the story directly, right? One Piece is the creator's playground. He does whatever he wants because I guess he doesn't want to quit. We don't skip on filler in One Piece. Oh no, is it important? I don't know. For example, there are some series I did watch the whole. Like, what was it Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, whatever that was, and the filler was just trash. I'll be real, right? Like, yeah, I guess like it depends. If you do filler well, sure. But I don't like it when it's like filler and it's like I don't feel this progressive storyline, all the characters, and it was just silly. Or you know what I hate? I hate when they do an episode that's just like a recount episode, but a really badly recount episode where they just reuse footage, right? It'll be like one of those, oh, don't you remember the good old times? And then it'll be like an anime, it plays a whole scene from like one episode, and then it'll be the other character be like, oh yeah, but that wasn't as good as last time, and then it'll play like another like reuse clips from like episode 4, and it's like, oh my god, but that wasn't good. So you have like a whole like nostalgic episode of just reused footage, and I'm like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. You mean I just waste my time watching rehashed footage, but I can't say I'm a big fan of those ones. Surely you've all seen them. I don't know. There's always that weird episode where it's like, I feel like maybe the animators wanted to go on holiday, so they made like, they rehashed a bunch of old stuff and made it like a nostalgia episode. And I'm like, yeah. I guess if you want to feel it for the nostalgia value, it's like, whatever. But I'm just like, nah. I'd rather skip to it. Get to the important stuff. I'm impatient, okay? If the anime takes too long to come out, I'll literally just read the manga if it's out. Most of my rule sets actually, I'll wait. I think I mentioned this previously. I'll wait for the series to end first, and if the fan backlash is really bad and they say, this is the worst anime and a poo-poo ending and it's not worth seeing, then I'll be like, good, because I never started it. If it's really good, then I'll start it a bit late. I mean, I might get a few spoilers here and there, but that way I'm not like screaming with everybody else. The amount of times I've also said animes and they like cancel it, like they don't finish it off, it's also very disappointing. It's very sad, and I'm like, not like that. Or is it? But yeah, read One Piece, pacing gets rough in the anime. Oh, okay, yeah, pacing. I think that's it as well. It's like keeping the tension correct. I want to believe that all stories should have an ending, and I think the best stories are when like each arc. Okay, this is my filmmaking take on good series. I like it when you have a series where they already know the end before the first episode, like the directors have it planned. Usually it makes for a better ending because that means that every episode has a purpose to go to the end. Where I think writers write themselves into a hole is that, let's say they're writing and then the episode gets released, and they're writing and then an episode gets released. It's because of that they end up with contradictions and things, and usually you get a potato ending because they didn't really think about how it was going to end, and they run out of money or budget, or they want to finish it and they make a potato ending. So the best the best series in my eyes where they animate it is going to be the ones where they actually know the ending, and every single arc, every single story, every arc ends like does something to the final arc. So it wasn't like, obviously the first arc of most animes, I feel, or like stories, is always like get to know the characters. So it'd be like, oh look, I'm the main character here, I got flaws and I am this and I want to do this, and then they'll meet their friends and they'll have all their motives and they'll become a team. Then often, like, I think the other arcs is maybe how they work as a team or they work on themselves, but they're still gonna be like going towards the final narrative. I can't say I'm a big fan of, like, I like it when there's a big arc and then mini arcs in the middle to get to the big arc ending. But I find when they have like 5 arcs that are kind of not related to each other, it's like, it's like infinite writing. I don't know. I feel it's hard to say because you don't see it done often, but I do like it when there is a big arc and lots of little arcs in it, or the little arcs make the big arc happen. So when you see the big arc finish, you can go like, okay, these are all the little pieces, kind of like a murder mystery, right? If you have a murder mystery and the writing goes like, let's say they have the usual suspects. So it was like Bob 1, Bob 2, Bob 3. If this random person called Steve comes out and it's like, oh, Steve was the one who murdered everybody, then you're like, boo, like, you know, there was no lead up, there was no intensity, right? Seven Deadly Sins was unwatchable, like episode 1. Unconsensual touching the female lead to the male. Oh, yeah, exactly. That's probably not gonna be very good flying with people. Yu Shogo's first arc where MC is dead and weak arc comes to life again, shows how to cook, and we realize the greatest tournament arc of all time. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, what is it? Okay. Seven Deadly Sins is more yapping than action in the last battle. If they just yap, oh, okay. Yeah, but that's my thing with anime, is that it's very much pacing and like kind of how it be. I also feel there's some series that they kind of start off in a way and they go down in a different way. Like, I was kind of interested. That was like the whole Sherlock series with Benedict Cumberbatch. And they were originally just murder mystery whodunits. And then I think where they stuffed up is they started changing it into more of a drama. So instead of being like, oh, here's the case, we're all led up to stuff, they were like, oh, here's the end, and we're fine because we did all the secret stuff off screen so that we were good. But there wasn't anything in there that kind of showed them doing that secret stuff off screen. So it feels like the ending was like pulled under a rug because there was nothing leading up to it. So I think I'm very much a person where I think good story writing, given the time, and I'm saying this as well, like, if you have, like, a 1-minute film, you don't have time to do lead up. That's why VTuber lore videos is, like, the biggest pain in the butt. In a way, I'm the biggest hypocrite, because I'm literally just like, if you have 3 minutes, you don't got a lot of time to dish down story. If you've got, like, an hour or an hour to 30, you've got plenty of time to set up at least your characters to go have something happen, right? So I would definitely be like, I don't know, I've seen too many animes where the ending seems to just be like, we need it to end, so we just shoved in, like, the power of this that never existed before, and this super special power just saved everybody, and there wasn't any hint in a book or something that told us this was the thing. It just kind of happened in the last few things, and we wrapped it up, and ta-da, we fixed it, and I was like, yeah, okay, I guess, you know, it's a very common thing. What is it? The world's greatest swordsman in One Piece has 0 accolades other than farming low-level pirates. And as the main character in One Piece, it only does stuff off screen. Oh, okay. I feel like good story writing has it where every single thing works towards the end. And I feel like this happens with a lot of, like, TV series where I think they don't really have the end in mind. And that's where usually there's a lot of backlash with people because, you know, understandably, a lot of people, there is the money-making side of filmmaking where it's like, if you have a good series, why do you want it to end? You want to keep going as long as possible. So I think people write themselves in the corner trying to extend things out longer than it happened, and then it starts to lose its mojo a little bit because it's like, where's it going? Where's the direction? Like, are we progressing the main storyline? Like, sure, I like the characters and whatever, but like, we want to know what happens. The tension is in the detail for what the final reveal is, or what's their purpose, what they're doing, what mystery, you know? And if you don't really, like, let's say there's a murder or something, if you don't really progress the murder, then you're like, yeah, okay, don't you have something else you should be doing? It was so important. Shouldn't you be spending all your time doing this instead of whatever else you're doing? Creator of One Piece is the ending plan for a long time. In Oda, we trust. Okay, everybody here believes in Oda. When Oda releases the ending, if One Piece is declared to be the best anime of all time with this amazing ending that required 100 plus episodes to set up, I will consider looking at it. But I think someone was saying they would laugh if the ending of the One Piece was that the One Piece was the friends you made along the way. It was inside your heart, and that it was basically one of those stories where like you find a scroll that's a mirror or like something really dumb, and it's like the One Piece is your belief in power of friendship, and they use the power of friendship to defeat their enemies with their friends they made along the way. And there's a big battle where they have all their friends come that they made along the way, and they fight the baddies, and it's the end. And I was like, lol, if that's the ending, I'm gonna die. That's hilarious. I don't know. I've seen it done too many times. I feel where it's like, the friends you made along the way. I guess it's not a bad ending. It's a little cliched, but if done correctly, it's okay. I suppose it'd be pretty funny if it was that. I'll be like, lol, right? What is this? The One Piece is a tangible treasure that has the power to bring, the word of the end. All that keeps misjudging how long it takes for the series to end. I don't know. I feel like when it ends, we'll see what happens, right? How old is Oda, anyways? Isn't because like the other one that kept going is Dragon Ball Z, but isn't like the writer like not writing anymore or something, right? 27. Oh, okay, man, you're yapping a lot, but for some reason I am entertained. Hey, I'm glad, okay? My talking is entertaining you. I'm doing my job. That is my job as cat. Big mouth. Go yap, yap, yap all day, right? DBZ, yeah, that's okay. I didn't want to outright say he died, but someone just outright said it. That's what I thought. I was like, they didn't, like, he kind of can't write anymore. Like, it kind of ended. Like, what I'm trying to say is Oda doesn't wrap this thing up, what's gonna happen if he doesn't get to write the ending? Like, we're all not gonna know. We're all gonna be stuck on a cliffhanger. We're all gonna have very big sad faces, right? She good at yapping. Oh, that's appreciated. Thank you very much. Oh man, what is it? Oda is 50 and taking breaks regularly. Oh, okay, he's 50. Yes. So I think that's the thing. It's like, I don't know. I'm very much a thing where I'm like, he should have a vault with like the last chapter in there, so that if something bad happens, someone can like literally give the secret manuscripts and be like, okay, there's like a bunch of people that really wanted to ending this. You better give it to us, right? His main assistants already know the ending. I don't know. I'm gonna laugh if it's literally like the power of friendship. I'll be like, I don't know. Here's the thing. I think good cliches can be done well. I'm not saying that like the power of friendship's a bad thing. And frankly, like, yeah, it can be done very well. It's just that you can see it done very poorly sometimes. It was like, we use friendship. Friendship was never really a thing, but friendship, yeah, power, we overpowered, kapow. He confirmed it is not the power of friendship. Okay. Because that's what I'm saying. If the One Piece was literally like, what is the One Piece that can change the world? The friends you make along the way. The power of friendship is it strong enough to defeat the bad guys with friendship power. You're like, I mean, yeah, sure, but like, you didn't have to go on a giant quest for that. We could have figured this out, a very simple way, right? But okay, I will hold my judgment till the ending comes out. Maybe it's a work of art, right? That everybody's, I mean, like, that it made sense to go on, what, how many missions they have to go on? Like 10 plus, 20 plus, 30 plus different story arcs? And what, a lot of reoccurring and disappearing characters and stuff like that? So, let me know what happens when we get to the ending. I'm watching the whole of One Piece with their infinite. I think there is a series that has more episodes than One Piece, though. I originally thought that One Piece was the biggest one, but it turns out there's another one that's bigger. Right? We have been in the final saga for the past. See, I'm gonna quote the final saga for the past 3 years. Doesn't that tell you? It's like gambling, right? Where it's like, oh yeah, we're already 3 years in. It's gonna end soon. I hate to break it to you, but I don't think it's gonna end in the next 3 years. It's probably gonna keep going. Right? What is this? The power of friends. When they realized the villain didn't choose friendship, as long as all of them combined. Hello, Saiyan Slayer. You my sunshine. Thank you very much. I appreciate sunshine and being. Well, I guess this house is the sun shining. Watch this. Look at this. It has the sky shining, right? We're just kind of in a living room with some high quality views. But welcome, Saiyan Slayer, to the stream. We're talking about One Piece, I suppose, and I don't know. I will give you a series that I did. I think I did. I do know the ending. So like Demon Slayer, I think people were like, the ending's like fine. Like there was a very clear storyline to how that we're gonna get from A to B. The ending is satisfying. Sure, you can complain about certain aspects you don't like, but it's a decent ending. So I ended up reading it. Was like, that's what I expected from the ending, right? I just really hate when they write cop-out endings that are kind of dumb. According to Wikipedia, One Piece is the 16th on the anime with the most episodes. Who's your favorite character in One Piece? See, as someone who hasn't watched One Piece, I'm gonna have to say probably Luffy because everybody loves Luffy and he's a stretchy guy that eats stuff. He's the only character I know the name of as well in One Piece, right? Unfortunately, I haven't seen it. I've seen like reels about it, but I refuse to watch it until they give me an ending in sight. That's my plan. I only watch series when I hear the ending, I hear the backlash there is, I hear either people applauding it for the best ending in the universe, and then I'll start a bit late. I'll do a staggered start. But you don't understand. I can watch series, I can binge them like crazy. Right? Like really crazy. Binging is not something that's tricky. Also, I realized something really funny. Whoa, it fixed it. Is my eye glitching? Guys, chat! I found something wrong with my model. Did you see that? There was something wrong. Something with the eye tracking went really wonky ponky for a few seconds. Is it? I don't know. I saw it. You saw that, right? One of the eyes is way higher than the other. It's alright. We're doing some testing here. I'm gonna strength test. I found something wrong with me. I'm sorry. There's already a lot of other things that are clearly wrong, but this is the 3D and 3D. Why are 2D and 3D models look identical? Oh, hi the hero. We're doing whoa. Okay, guys, we're in Legends right over here. Okay, Haya made my Vroid model, my 2.0 Vroid model, and it was done basically. Yeah, Haya was amazing. Haya the hero. Guys, I'm gonna do shout out over here. Haya the hero is we are amongst legends. Haya the hero did my 2.0 V-Roid. So this is now a 3.0, which this person ended up going on Blender, right? But Haya is amazing. I like the model Haya made that I wanted to be like, I want to do more 3D, right? So that's why Haya, there is now a 3D model, because turns out that people can go make the things on Blender. And I was like, okay, we're doing a test run today where someone was like making a 3D model in Blender, and I gotta bug test everything, and if there's things that are busted. But guys, Haya is a legend right over here. You got to appreciate the Haya legend right over here. We gotta shout out Haya the hero. Wait, Haya the hero. Legends are right over here. All my artists are legends, okay? Let me do this. They are credited in my card. CAWD with all my VTuber credits is my 2.0. And in a way, yeah, loving 3D so much is literally why I want to do more 3D stuff. I can do more 3D stuff. She just constantly winking at us. My eye tracking's not working properly. And I think that's what the girl said. I promise you, I'm not winking at you. It's the problem with the thing. It's okay. The more accurate one to actually look at for like eye tracking is probably my 2D model, because that's using like, you know, my phone. But it's right. 3D models is a work in progress. Things are kind of busted. It's okay. I'm gonna just shout out Haya the hero. There we go. The biggest shortcoming the model I made for you was a 2D texturing skills. It's so good though. Okay, Haya, you gotta understand. If you saw my I made a V-Road model myself, and it looked like absolute potato, right? When you made your model, I was like, oh my god. Actually, it was your model that made me be like, I actually seriously want to like, do a lot more in 3D. So, basically, yeah, this person's working on texturing on this 3D model, but there's a few glitches, even you could probably see. One of them being like the hand shading's a little funny, and there's a few bits and pieces that are a bit wibbly wobbly. So it's a work in progress. But yeah, the reason why you see double vision is that this is the first time we're strength testing this model. Basically, if there's bugs, things exploding off, things becoming really weird, I'm supposed to pick them up and write a report. I think my eyes went really weird somewhere, like here. My eye, one's up, one's down. I don't know. Maybe that's okay though. It's not the end of the world. They're like small things. Maybe it's part of the charm. Just have some wonk eye here and there, right? I was ordering a custom-made keychain with an image of your model, and I forgot to ask. Will I get in trouble for it? Oh, yeah, yo, I'm selling keychains right now. Pikami, would you like to buy one of my official Aries Fairies merch? You'll get a handwritten letter, and you'll get what is it? Handwritten letter. You get I can't remember. Wait. Okay. Well, here's the thing. If you already ordered it, I suppose it's unofficial merch. I'm not gonna obviously get upset, right? But you can get official merch. Official merch comes with a lot of perks, such as a personalized handwritten letter, right? It comes with sometimes there's stickers for free. I'll throw in a free sticker. There's one more keychain left for sale for Aries Fairies official merch. I do international postage as well, and I can show exactly. Nah. You gotta go check out the Aries Fairies official merch. Wait, I'm gonna go get it right now. The official merch comes with a lot of perks. You can literally see my handwriting, and I spent a lot of time actually writing out all the different things. So, I'm just saying, you should get the Aries Fairies official merch, because then you can show your bling to people and be like, this is... Mwah, chef's kiss. This is the real deal. You support the Aries Fairies enterprise in getting more dumbness to our streams. Like this 3D model, right? This is with the help of you guys. And I actually really mean this. Like, any funds I get, I literally just try to pump back into VTubing. I mean, obviously I had to add a bit more of my monies into like trying to get this done. But the whole idea is that I want to get better. And like, obviously I can't do everything myself, so I do need to get things commissioned, but it all helps, right? Like, and any merch money goes into merch money. I don't really make a much merch, to be honest, right? Let me go. Let me get my coffee up. I think it's in my about section as well on Twitch, but there's one more legendary keychain that could become yours today. You can support the Aries. There was someone called P1 Quan who bought one as well, and I wanted, like, it looks like penguin? I don't know. But I'm not sure from the Discord, but I just wanted to also say thank you for buying merch as well, because, when I realized, it's like, oh yes, please buy. Please help out the Aries merch train, right? And the ruling is that I will only release new merch once the old merch sells, just so I don't end up with, like, infinite merch problems. So there's one more keychain left. And once I do the keychains, I want to release the cards. Like the Aries trading cards. That'll be pretty funny. Let me get the link. Where's my shop? Where's my shop? There's one more. Aries Fairies keychain. The bestest in the item. Oh, wait. How do I copy this? View? Let me figure this out. There we go. It's so good. It's like, enjoying watching VTubers is now... it's not weird. It's not weird. Nah, it's great. There's too many of us. See, this is my coffee. Support me, right? Become one with the Aries. Show off your pride of merch for Aries, right? Wait, will they be silly collectible cards? Do you want to help making rules? My plan was to just make them art cards. Like, just like, okay. This is what I was thinking. Maybe I have to put a poll on how this works. Okay, because it's like I'm one on two fences about it. One of them was to just make them like art cards that like there's like a number of them. So for example, let's say there's like 5 different arts. One of the arts is a rare art card. like there might be like a common art card, and then I would stick them in like a packet, and you guys can pick 1 to 4 on a number when you order, and I don't see what's in the cards. I will do a blind mix. I won't give you dupes, but like at least for the one that with the rare card in there, I'll put like a rare card, and then you or some rare cards or something like that, and then you can just like a Pokemon packet, you can pull it out and be like, oh yeah, I got this Aries, or I got this Aries, or something like that. Okay. The other one was to actually make each Aries card related to a tarot card. So over time, which is a lot of cards, I think tarot cards, I can't remember how many, there's like a 50 cards or something plus. You can make an Aries tarot card deck. But then I was like, that's a lot of cards. So I'm probably leaning towards like maybe the major arcana if I'm gonna make tarot cards. Or it would just be Aries art cards, and they'll just be kind of like silly card arts where it's just like there is a rarity tier though, in that you do have to like pull a random packet and it'll be like, is the packet good? It's bad? You have to go find out and buy the packets, and then you can trade them. No, it's a work in progress, right? Yeah, it's like seeds. That's a lot of shipping for No, I was gonna put them in packets of 5. Don't worry, guys. I was gonna make them like actual. No, don't worry. It was gonna be like you get a packet of 5, and then you pull. Right? So that way when you get the cards, I'm not giving you 1 card each. That's so mean. I'm gonna actually give you like, you get like a little packet with like 5 cards in it, and then you pull them out, and then you can do like a Aries Fairies like card thing. You know how they have the Pokemon cards that open it up? Except I wouldn't have any proper packaging, so I'll probably just doodle on it like my doodle art and just be like, you'll have to rip the art to get into the cards inside. Right? What is it? I'm back. I like cheese. I like cheese too. I like specifically truffle cheese, but it's really expensive and I can barely eat it because it's too expensive. It's all because I had a very well-off friend recommend that I try this truffle cheese, and now I can't eat peasant cheese anymore because I like truffle cheese. Actually, that's a lie. I still like cheddar. It's just truffle cheese is just cheddar with truffle. It's so good, right? If you're making a deck of 50 cards, you might as well make a standard deck of cards and double as tarot cards. It's gonna be a lot of cards, right? Major Arcana sounds fun, but I would pay way more to get a complex set. But that's the point. You have to collect it. So okay, here's my thing, right? If the cards go well, right? Then over time, the plan is you would release over time the full set. But it's like McDonald's, where you can only get like the certain cards on the release one. So for example, right? If I release 1 cards, right? Then it would be that you can only get like, I don't know, the Empress, the Star, I don't know, like 5 of them out of 10 of them are available out of the actual tarots. But the next series would pick another 10 out of the tarots, and over time, I can be bothered. You would eventually complete a whole tarot deck of Aries cards. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to do this though, right? Monthly set of 5 cards, dogs or cats. Cats. Come on, I'm a Necker cat. What are you doing? You're gonna make me betray my cat. I mean, okay. Cats I identify more so character-wise with the cat, and I probably like to sleep. That being said, I have been told by people that I give golden retriever energy, and I'm very much like me. I'm fun. I took a lot. In your face. Get away. Come here. La, 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 la. Right? Cats win, dang. No, here's the thing. Dogs, I will say, this sounds terrible, but I hear that cats will eat their owners when they die, but dogs will not. They will, like, unless they're little dogs, most dogs will resist very hard. They don't want to eat their owners. So there are some merits to picking dogs. I feel like as a person, I feel like I would probably identify more with cats. Like, I like sleeping, but I don't know. I guess for dogs, they probably make very good pets. I've never had either, by the way. I should probably say this. I've never had a... Okay. I might have slight fur allergies, believe it or not. So, I'm probably not a very good demographic for picking pets. Team guinea pig? Even that made my nose itchy, right? I'm a golden. I would rather own a cat than a dog. If I'm dead, I want my pet to feed themselves. But it's like messed up, right? I don't know. Pet fish. Are we team pet? Okay, everybody's had a pet fish. I like, if you genuinely want to ask, like, what pets have I had? It's like pet fish, pet guinea pigs, like that. Okay, I wouldn't have the money to probably also raise a dog or cat well, because in Australia to look after an animal, like if you actually look at the vet bills and like assuming you want to look after them properly, like you probably could have a cat and then just never take them to the vet, but assuming you wanted to like look after your pet properly and like take him to the vet in case they got in a fight or something, I wouldn't probably have the funds to probably raise a pet, and I kind of know that I want to be kind of responsible. There's enough animals in the pound that people get like a cute puppy or a kitty for Christmas, and people realize that animals are a really long commitment. You need to understand that there's a lot of cost in like essentially another family member, and I guess I know that I wouldn't be able to look after them to what I would be happy with. I have a family dog and my mom and dad's and a kitten for many months. So, I do prefer kittens. They like sleeping. I have been fishless. I mean, not angry. I don't think you should have fish with cats. Men or women, or dog, don't. I'll say this: everybody has their strengths, and I think in that respect it's very hard to pick, right? And that everybody has the strengths. It's like trying to say food or water. You're gonna just die either way. I checked the shop. The keychain was the only item available. Exactly, the keychain's the only item. There's one available. They're all limited edition. You should buy the keychain. It's the last one. Official Aries Series merch at your doorstep. Please make sure your address is correct though. I should mention this as well, as someone who posts that a lot. The amount of times they've been caught out because someone changes rental address and they forgot to change their rental address, and I've shipped out an item to the wrong address has happened a lot more than you could believe. So I always say, if you're one that rents, always check your address that it's the most current up to date, because understandably, if you change places for like cheaper rent or whatever, then you're moving around a lot, and it kind of stinks if your mail's going in the wrong spot. So yeah, but that keychain, that's a super special limited edition to 4 keychain made with its official Aries Fairies merch. Very good, right? I'd probably want to get a pet until I can probably take care of one. See, the thing about mods, I'm too small to need mods at the moment. So at this point, I'm just kind of like, I am the god. And anyone who has threatens me, I have on my stream deck the power of the ban hammer. Right, me and my autofill will either send it to my house or my parents' house. Either way, I get it. But yeah, I would say that yeah, I'll release more merch in batches. If it helps as well, the reason why they're small quantities, they're all limited edition. Wink, wink. Right? If you get it, it won't be released again, and that makes it cool, because that way it's just like there's like you can just say there's different funny bits about the different merches and what we tried. You can see the whole thing of what it goes through. But I think that's my thing, is that if I make merch, I don't wish to make it again. It is your one time. Okay, for anyone who doesn't know, my very first keychain batch was an absolute disaster. I got inches of... Okay, this is a sad bit. I have done keychains before. I think I just ordered them and I was really tired. And I hate ads. No, you're in ads. It's okay. You'll have to come back after ads. You'll have to come back. I don't set the ads. The ads do themselves, okay? I never have pre-rolled ads, ever. I think Twitch just stinky stink. I mean, whoever's still here and not in ads, you can let me know. Otherwise, it's alright, I'll just talk to the boy in the meanwhile. But yes, for anyone who doesn't know, the mega keychain situation was that I got the inches mixed up with centimeters, and this ended up with some very big looking keychains. These keychains are actually the right size, and they're very cute, and I very much like the artist and what the artist did, and they were very kind to give me art permissions to make it. Now, if you can support, that'd be always good. That means I can go fund my tarot cards. my custom Aries cards. The first 10 of them will get released on a mystery pack, and then you can click. So here's the thing, right? I'm on 2 minds, right? I also am worried about the rarity thing, because I don't want to make people feel sad where they're like, have the tarot deck and they're missing the quote-unquote rare card to complete their set, right? So there is also that mindset where I'm like, oh, if you get like 5 cards if they're fixed, then it'll be like, if you click the sets, you'll get the full tarots eventually. But then the rarity thing makes it fun, because it's like a gacha. But then do I support the gacha? Depends on what the chat feels like. Risky. I saw a statistic about pre-roll ads, and they are pretty bad, because a lot of people just leave when they get pre-roll. It's so annoying. I actually really, here's the thing. If I could actually turn off ads, I would. but there's no way to do it. It's really ugly, right? I know there's ways to do it where maybe chat can let me know what they feel, right? Because if I roll an ad, it locks out ads for the next X amount of minutes. So what some VTubers, so I have my ads on like random in that they force ads anyways. If you don't run an ad, they'll run an ad against your will. If you run ads manually, then you can warn chat and be like, oh, chat, we're running ads. I guess then everybody can just go on a toilet break or something. But I don't support the ads. I would literally just be like, whatever, guys. You can just, I don't know. In a way, actually, there is a reason why there's the VODs up as well. If you miss something in conversation you really wanted to see, my VODs are up on YouTube, so that way you can just go back and be like, what was Arius talking about? If you guys want to go watch, ad break equals Aries break. But the problem is that I don't need a break. I feel like I get momentum and energy from you guys. So if we also if we pause, I ruin my momentum. I feel, and I feel like you could have felt it at the beginning. I was kind of tired, but I feel like I've energy vampired your energy. I'm stealing it, and now I feel more energetic. It's kind of ruined. It's like a snowball, right? I feel like it kind of ruins it if you kind of just force an ad. I don't know, just weird. But I don't know, I guess you gotta be by the rules that the platform you stream by. So mine is just clearly like, okay, I guess you got, yeah, it's stinky ads. But I think, oh, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, if you are subbed, I don't think you get ads, do you? Or do you still get ads? Because I was really confused where I can force ads, but then I didn't want to give ads to people who had subbed, because that would just be cruel if you've paid for a sub and there's ads. So I actually don't, this sounds really bad, but I've been streaming for a bit and I actually still don't 100% know how ads work, because I basically want to try and give you as little ads as possible, right? Subs don't get ads. Subs there's no ads. Yep, I don't get ads. Okay, so that's why I was worried, because if I ran ads, I was like, does that force the sub people to watch ads? Because you guys have already paid for an ad-free experience. I don't want to give you more ads. Like, ads stink. I'm gonna be real about this. I hate ads too. You know, every single time I raid into another streamer, I get ads. So if they're being like, guys, thank you, how was your day? I literally can't hear it, because I'm every single time, I guarantee you, every single time, if I'm not talking in chat and they're trying to address me, it's probably because I've been hit by a pre-roll. Because every single time I raid in, I get hit by pre-roll ads, and I'm like, if they're asking me questions, I swear I'm not being rude. It's just that I genuinely can't hear what they're saying because I'm being hit with ads right now, right? Schedule 3 minutes is best. You and all of us should take a break occasionally. Anyway, it's better for a new viewer retention. But people just leave the stream, they're instantly hit with pre-roll. Yeah, bleh, pre-roll. How are you today, and how's your new model? My new model is great. I can point. Also, my eyes are so glitchy. They blink really weirdly. But it's okay, because it's fine. It's fine. Okay. It's not perfect, but I love it because it's pretty accurate, right? To what it is. It's strange. It's like, I feel like when you go to 3D, you learn VTubing all over again. That's the reality. This was obviously 2D. You can see that I'm pointing to my 2D model. And this is 3D. It's different. I have hands activated. It's really weird. It's like the same but different. Also, one of my eyes is slightly glitchy, but it's kind of funny. Maybe I'll just keep it. It'll just be like a bug eye glitch, but it's so good, right? If those streamers you rated had run scheduled ads, then you probably would have been able to be able to hear them greet your raid. Oh, okay. Maybe. But that's the thing. I don't want to run scheduled ads because it means I'm pretty sure the people who subbed would see the ads too. And that just seems poopy. You paid for an ad-free experience. I ain't giving you ads. And that just seems mean, right? Can you pick your nose? Do I even have a nose? I think this is the debate with some people where it's like, Aries has a nose? You can't even see my hand if it's in front of— I stuck my hand in my face. Stop, don't get ads at all on your channel. Oh! Subs just sit there patiently. But yeah, but you could have just had me talking for 3 minutes instead of ads. Because if I'm in an ad, then it's like, I don't know. I want to give you guys value for money, because I feel like if I subbed, I'm like, I need those 3 minutes. I need that 3 minutes. I mean, what is it? Exclusive sub chat. I don't know. guys what you deserve. I don't know if this sounds really weird. It's like 3 minutes, right? But I'm like, you paid yeah, exactly. You paid for the 3 minutes. You're getting your 3 minutes. I'm not stealing your 3 minutes, right? You can take the chance to gospel about nonsense. I'm not mean that way. Hey, it's okay. Like, I understand that, some people don't got the monies and it's kind of hard and stuff. So I ain't take it away you. It's just that I also apologize if, let's say, someone asked a question and then the ads hit. It's like, if you want to know your answer, it's okay. It's on VODs. You'll be fine. Oh, that's about it. No, that's okay as well. If you donate money, that's okay. Have you tested the limits of your model? I am testing it. We found a few problems. That's what I'm gonna say. There's like a few bit in here, bit in there. I think the hair is okay because the way my hair's made is that it is over my shoulder, which creates a really weird thing. So I'm okay with the hair and the physics of the hair. I think what I think is maybe I can ask to fix is the hand shading looks a bit whack. It looks like I'm wearing gloves. I think that's the tracking's so like glitchy because it's just a tracking, but I'm saying that the shading on the wrist to the hand looks a bit weird. I gotta get that fixed. The other one is that I think there's an eye wonk glitch going on, but I have to capture it again. It's a bit tricky. And maybe I'll just leave the eye wonk glitch because it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Is it eye wonking now? Okay, just hang tight, right? Is there an eye wonk glitch right now? Do we feel one of my eyes is higher than the other? Just saying, like, as we speaking, my purple eye just now seemed to be a little bit, I don't know, am I imagining things? That's why chat's here to tell me. Eye twitch is very funny. Orange eye's a bit whack, purple now. No, but that's what I'm saying. I feel my eyes aren't perfectly lined. Like, one is slightly higher than the other. Like, it's very slight. See, now it's fine. But I don't know. I feel the yellow eye is slightly more closed. Is that what it's doing? Or slightly lower? Okay, what's good as well is that by having chat's opinion, this is the important thing as well, is that the artist has done a very good job. I want to actually say this. They have done an amazing job in getting this to look like this. This is something that is absolutely stunning, right? But obviously, so if there's things that are clear issues, then obviously you gotta let know. But if it's something that's really small and being kind of like, it'll be fine, then I also don't feel any need to be like super, I don't want to be that person as like so nitpicky and like annoying, that sort of stuff. So, it's not too noticeable, yeah. So even if it's like slightly bug-eyed, it's kind of funny. I'm just gonna tension it. What eternal Wonka? It's part of the beauty. You can be like, guys, where's the Wonka? Can more than one arm move? Where's the other one? Track. There we go. I can do points. I can actually move both hands. The idea with that, I have to get this. I need another iPhone to do better rigging, but I only own one because it's my phone. So I need to find a way to get another phone. It's gonna cost more money, but then I can get better tracking. This is just the eternal pain of VTubing. But I do think, though, it was an investment. Rather than upgrading my 2D model to have another outfit, upgrading to a 3D model, a 1-to-1. Oh, whoa, what's going on with my hand? There we go, it's fine. Upgrading to a 1-to-1 3D is kind of cool because then I can do other things in the 3D realm. What is it? Aries is an iPhone addict now. Shh. I'm just gonna buy all the iPhones. Oh, there we go. Did we catch that? That was the one guy I was talking about. Did you see what happened? The eyes just went like, couple. Can you spin your model around? I can't spin, but I can spin the camera. There we go. So I can spin the camera. I'm very like flat here. There's not a lot of hair at the back, but that's okay. You don't ever see the back anyways. Right? But yes, so we can spin the model in that. That's kind of like that. There's some errors on the back, which is why I don't really want to show it. this needs to be done. It's not finished yet. This is really in like baby steps and training. Eye twitches add personality. My irises are glitching. It's hilarious. I have to. I don't know what happened, but you get what I mean. It wasn't just me. There was wonkai going on. The one eye was other one was down. My eyes don't do that in real life. Okay, if you use the reference model in the bottom, your right corner, that shows what my eyes are actually doing. I'm gonna say the iPhone tracking is a lot more accurate than whatever's going on with my eyes right now. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just DVR. I'm glad Skyline 065. Oh, and also welcome to the chat. We're having a fun time with 3D and finger tracking. I have done 3D before with full body, but this is the first time I had finger tracking specifically. And I could be like, I have the power, fingers, can point, and with the thumbs up, and I don't know, kind of do this. I can glitch my hands around, right? I want to do VR, but I feel it's going to give me a headache. I think I've already told you guys, I got motion sickness with Outer Wilds. I've gotten motion sickness playing VR chat, like, even on desktop, because of the spinning camera. So I actually, like, to invest in a full VR rig and then be like, I know I'm motion sick in general, so I don't know I'm going to be able to survive VR, given my, like, woo! I get dizzy. I get really dizzy really quickly. Do the rude finger. You know what? This sounds really bad. Off stream, I totally did that to just like for testing purposes, but on stream, Aries is the nice person, and I won't flip the camera off. The only way I'm flipping the camera off is if I just accidentally like do it, but like I'm too nice. I couldn't do that to you guys. And Aries is nice, okay? I'll only do it to myself off screen. Right? And I keep losing your voice, Eva, when you speak sometimes. Oh, whoops, maybe that's just me moving from the mic too far. Sorry, I keep laughing and like leaning back, like that, right? Understandably, I'll probably just stop moving around so much. Hello, me, F Pico. Welcome to the stream. We're like doing 3D on 2D today. We're seeing double vision. Aries keeps having a stroke. It's 11:45. Time wasn't you having fun. You have a good one, not angry. You have a good sleep. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. I've been bonked in the head. Well, at least on my tiny model. I haven't set up the redeems for the big one. I should probably say I'm usually on the 2D model. Today I'm just beta testing the big model, and we found some. Oh, thank you so much for following James Spock 28. I'll say that, right? But yes, we have oh, hey, Strep32, welcome to the stream. I'm basically, my eyes are glitching like crazy. I'm not gonna lie. There's something wrong, okay? Can Aries make eye contact? Eye contact. Well, see, one of my eyes is like above the other one. How do I do? Okay, I'm on the mindset whether it might not be the model, it could be the tracking that's causing me to get wonk eye. Because, like, obviously if I shift my head, right, the eyes are gonna move slightly, right? Can you join your hands together? Wait, how do I... Oh my god, wait. Track. Okay, yes. This is not what my hands are in real life, but... This... Come on. No, come on. Please track. Okay. No! Okay, they're touching together right now, but the tracking is just not having it. What are you doing? Come on, tracking. Come on. Just connect, please. Just A to B. It's not that hard. My hand... Okay, it's alright. It's alright. We're gonna come down. Yes! Okay, they're touching. That's fine. They're not touching IRL, but they look like they're touching on screen. It's like... Okay, imagine this. It's like a game, right? You're not doing it in real life, but you're doing it enough so that on the screen it looks like I'm doing it, but I'm not. Yes, I feel affectionate. She doing the Spock thing? I can do the Spock thing. Wait, I can't do it. My fingers aren't tracking properly. It's alright. We're gonna get there eventually. But The hands don't work 100%. I need to upgrade to get iPhone tracking, and then it's glitching. Can you pat your head and rub your tummy? No, my tracking! I also think my head's too big to, like, move my hand to my... just going into my head! Oh, okay, this is... I think the tracking's getting confused on where my actual head is. Because, like, okay, if you think about it, the model's not exactly one-to-one, right? So where my hand is not going to be necessarily where it is in real space. It's just a little bit of, like, put between the dots, right? So this looks kind of cursed. Just shoving my hand into my face. Okay, it's alright. We're, like, patting my head. Like, no! And then rubbing my tummy, but I can't lift my other hand to my tummy. What? Is that working? I can't. I guess I can do this. Patting my head by moving my head to my hand to pat it. See? Bonk, bonk. That's a good note. Wait. Oh, the hand tracking is goofed. When I can connect this, I need to find another iPhone. I'll make a subathon called the iPhone-a-thon. Or I need another iPhone to improve my tracking. No, it's okay. You should test doing your hand in the... It's right, there's nothing in here. No, it's okay. By all means, you can test it. Please. Hello, Aries. I'm a new viewer. My name pronounced Nate. I'm new here and I'll spread words. You're not going streamer, but just a good person in your own way. You love being yourself is always enough. Keep doing what you love. Thank you, Nate. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you coming in, and I'm trying to punch my head into my head. It just... You're coming to a funny time. And if you wonder why, you're seeing double vision. This is the first time using my 3D model. So, yes. If everyone says that Aries is having a stroke, it's a work in progress, okay? It's a work in progress. The eyes are wonk, but I think it gives it its charm. It's great, okay? You're wonk eyed now. But no, I think the hand tracking kind of works pretty well. It just isn't very good for precise motion in space. Is probably the better way to say it. Like I could have my hand here, but like in space, it's kind of like closer or further, and it's trying its best to map it. Oh, now my mouth isn't tracking. To map it where it is, but it's... I think I have to invest in just better tech at the end of the day, which is okay, understandably. You just gotta invest in better tech, right? POV, date night isn't going well, but the pasta is at the table. Unfortunately, I'm not at a fancy restaurant. There's like literally a bed right over there and like a view of the clouds. I don't even know how I would afford a place like this, to be honest. And a door that is blue, or is that a light? I don't know, the place is very fancy. Can you walk into rooms to fix the 3D model? I have to go, buy an iPhone to get tracking. I'm too poor. So the story is that I do actually have full body motion tracking. I've used it in my other models, but I need 2 iPhones to actually run this, which I don't have. So I need to procure an iPhone somehow, and then I can actually walk around the room, maybe. But I don't have, I'm poor. I need to fundraise for an iPhone, right? Who said it had to be a restaurant? It can be a table. Yeah, take my iPhone. I don't need it. You made this? No. So, story time is that, this is the first time I'm actually using this model. So if you look onto my YouTube VODs, I've used Vroid Studio models before, and they're not one-to-one. So I primarily stream, there's a little cat in the corner right over there that I'm pointing to, right? That's what I usually use to stream, and that's what I usually use for games. And that is probably a bit more of an accurate representation of what my eyes are doing, while this model, on the other hand, the eyes are having a fun time. Look at this! Look at my eyes! They're having a very interesting time. So, like, that's usually what I use. This is the first time I'm using the one-to-one model. I've always wanted a one-to-one model. That had the option. I could either choose to upgrade my live 2D model or finally do a one-to-one in the 3D. Hire the Hero, who was just in the stream recently, did my Vroid model, and I love 3D so much, I wanted to go do more in the 3D realm, which is why I got this commission. Except that this is like the test run day, right? The more glitches I find, the more it's better because I can get them fixed before I sign off on them. So, glitches for the win. If we can find things that break, it's good. If they're small, like the iWonk is probably fine. It's probably also the tracking software. How it works is that I do have 3D motion tracking, but both the software for my face and the software for the motion tracking both require 2 iPhones to be running. I only have 1 iPhone, so you can only pick one or the other. You can either have my face going, or you can have my body going, but my face won't move and talk and say hi. It's an unfortunate side effect of this setup I've got, but yeah, it's okay. Like, you know, I think it's good enough. So is the hat clipping through the hair on purpose? No, I've already pointed out to the creator about the headdress clipping through the hat. That's another bug I already found out quite early, and that one's pretty small at the end of the day. But I just said if obviously they can fix it, it's always really good. So I have picked that one up and added to the list. I think the one that I didn't realize before is the glove situation. My skin of my wrist does not match my hand, and people have pointed out, understandably, it's probably the shading of my cuff, but it is coming out really weird on stream where it looks like I'm wearing gloves, even though that's supposed to be my skin. So there's a little bit of working there to do, but that's okay. Like, obviously, this is the test run. Things aren't going to be perfect. I also have wonk eye that you may have just saw just now. Occasionally my eyes wonk out really badly, but it's kind of part of the charm. I think that's it. Beggars can't be choosers. It looks fine. I literally can't do anything like this. This is done by a professional. And I just talk. That's what I do. I talk. I talk a lot, right? I know I'm going 3D. Oh, guys, stop! Sorry, I'm special, guys. I bet you never saw a VTuber with this brilliant 3D modeling wonk eye, right? Actually, okay, that actually. Sorry, that's really good. But yeah, we've got a bit, like, in a way, this is the good thing, is that by strength testing, like bug testing your model for a longer duration, you're gonna be able to see small things, and also by having chat see it, you'll be able to tell me if I'm just imagining things or if you actually genuinely think it's a thing, right? And it also could just be eye tracking as well, not being exactly, but I don't know what it is. The eyes, something's not right about the eyes. See, I don't know, something's not right about the eyes, right? Can you do the chicken dance? I don't think you can. My hand tracking is not good. My hand tracking is like a bit whack. I can't. I don't think I can. If I had my 3D motion tracking, I probably could. When I procure set iPhone somewhere, I'll become more powerful, and then I'll be able to go walk around and become strongy. But at this point, it feels like you're trying to do the robot. Yeah, that's my motion tracking at this point. Without having my motion tracking equipment on, because I need another iPhone for that, I'm not going to be able to be very good at this. Right? It's just not happening. It's just not happening. I need to have my other stuff on, so that might need to be a future program. I should probably say this model's probably not going to come out for a while. It's going to go through second revisions. It's going to get a lot better eventually, but it's still kind of wonky punky right now, so we just got to try it out. It's very laggy unless she's mentally Yep. We're gonna have to, we're gonna fix this eventually, right? It's okay. I love the hair though. She does such a good job on this. Nah, it's cute. I love it. I love it. I love this dimension. I love the 3D dimension. It's so good. Mwah, chef's kiss. This is exactly what we always wanted, right? You like, it's just, okay, all I'm saying is that I think I made the right call on being like, do I upgrade my 2D model or do I upgrade my, do I go into the third dimension and just do a one-to-one, and third dimension is just peak. I love hand tracking. It's so good. All right, does your model have actual shoes on, or is it just the top of your body? It does have shoes on. You're just gonna... It looks so weird. You can see my ratio, my axis that I'm sat on. But I do have shoes on, believe it or not. Look, a little bit flat on this angle. I don't really have much of a body on this side, but that's okay. You only see me by the front. But, like... It's great for what it is, okay? I need hand tracking for when I'm busy. Exactly. So, I would say, yes, I do have the shoes. They're very cute. They're very accurate too, and they're very adorable. They're very nice. I don't have a tail. No, I'm sorry. And then I'm not one of those. Ah! Whoops, there we go. I nearly glitched the screen. I'm not one of those cat girls. I ain't got no tail. Ha ha ha. Even my 2D model ain't got no tail. We're being accurate right now. You look like you're squished from the side. That's what I thought too. I think I mentioned that to the artist, but I think it's one of those things where like I should probably say the price range I paid probably also reflects like it. So if you wanted to get like a super high priced person, then you probably would have had that. But I somehow feel the squish is probably expected because I only provided a front reference and I didn't provide a side reference. This may be my fault, right? You can get a belt looking like a tail. No, it's a bit of a sad story. My artists who did my original model, they are retiring out of making VTuber models and they don't want to touch it anymore. So, I actually did ask them if I could get some model upgrades and they were like, nah, I don't make VTuber models anymore. So, I guess we're stuck. We're stuck here forever with my branding, but that's okay, right? But yeah, no, it's pretty good. I am very happy with what they've done. At the end of the day, I'm just kind of like, whatever. The front looks absolutely perfect one-to-one. Sure, the side's not accurate, but nah. Alright, get one of those fake tails that connect with an interesting way. Ah! What are you doing? I hope it's not what I think it is. Nah! I am purity PG. Is your blue highlight your hair or silver? It is blue, by the way. It's a blue highlight. Like there, yeah, it's officially blue. Just like on the accurate one we're trying to accurate is the one in the corner there, that one there. That's the accurate one that we're trying to do. But yeah, it is blue. It is not silver. I have the blue hair strand. Oh yeah, I called the eye wonk. See, look at my eye. Look. It's wonky. I did it again. I meant the one that's like a belt with a tail hanging off or whatever. Ah. Okay, that's good. I was like, there are some very suspicious tail applications online. And I was like, I don't know where we're going with this. But yes, the ones in the belt, I guess, are fine. There's nothing wrong with that. They're safe. They do not hurt anybody. Right? Yeah, I guess, unfortunately, if I wanted to get updates with my artist, I really wanted to get different outfits. They're no longer doing it, and they also lost some of my model files, so it's really hard to upgrade. So I'm like, it's okay, we're just gonna be forever this. You cannot change it, we are stuck here forever now. What is this? Probably should have bought the belt myself. Looks like the server. It looks like server on my end, or I'm just colorblind. Oh! I mean... Okay, chat, we're gonna take a poll. Is my hair strand blue or silver? Speak now, forever hold your peace. You can tell Lazarus if Lazarus is indeed colorblind or not. I thought it was blue. It's blue, right? Okay, genuine thing, Lazarus, and I mean this in the nicest way possible. I have known people who are different types of colorblind. So there are people with color blindness where, for example, you can get like red-green color blindness. You can get, I know someone who had, oh, what was it? It begins with T, but they could only see in certain shades of blue and yellow as well. So, there are like milder color blindness where you can have it where you can actually see most shades, but there are some specific shades that seem like other things, and it's very hard to pick up. So, you know, if people think it's blue, maybe it doesn't hurt to just double check, right? It's pink. Wait, there's blue? Yeah, there's blue. I have a blue in my hair strand. I'm gonna point. Oh, the one that's glitching out. This one here I'm pointing to. The one closest to this hand here, in my hair strand, there's blue right over there. In the strand. Ah, okay, you can see it, right? There's a blue streak in my hair. If you can't see it, there is one. Just believe me, there is actually one, right? People who know me keep saying I'm dark colorblind. Ah, okay. I mean, you can go to the doctors to, there's like a colorblind test online that you can check out and just check it out that way. But, from at least what I'm seeing, right? It should be, there's a blue strand here. There is different shades of pink in my hair, I will say that. So, if you're thinking the silver is like the little sprout of hair at the top of my head, then that's like, I guess, a different shade of pink, right? Oh, it looks like silver. Okay. I mean, hey, if I look silver to you and as long as I look cool, I got no issue what you think. I think what is it? The something Kaizen. There's a manga series where the artist is actually colorblind, so the character's hair keeps changing color on the covers. And it's genuinely because there are a certain color of color blindness, and that's why it keeps changing. It's not that it's an intentional. It's why he has pink hair or white hair, or yeah, it changes because he can't see it. But it's he can still get the shades right of the skin and stuff like that. It's just the hair color keeps changing because he can't see those certain shades. So there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I don't mind as long as I look like a fun cat girl. Then we're at least we're on the same page on that one. It doesn't matter what color hair this is, for it. I mean, most of it's pink. There's a little shade of blue. There's some lighter shades of pink, but it can be, I guess, whatever you want to imagine it to be. I don't mind. What else is there? But yes, so I guess that's the summary of. Sorry, I'm touching the wonkai, and the wonkai is really funny. Color blindness can also be that you don't see certain colors in certain backgrounds. Yeah, this is like the did anyone do the blue black dress or the gold white dress? That's an example, because they're saying that depending on how old, like the cones in your eyes or something, because of the color lighting in the background, it changes the perception of whether the dresses are gold and white or black and blue. I saw black and blue. I don't know how people were seeing gold, but it is supposedly a thing on how people perceive color on your eye cones. My father doesn't see red on the green background. He says it's black. I'm only blind because I love screens. You're watching too many screens, Skylines. Oh, okay. How about this, Lazarus? For an exercise, I'm happy to change my background, and you can just let me know if it affects the vision that you're seeing, because this is a very yellow, warm toned background, which understandably, you know, can be kind of confusing, right? So how about we just change the background so that we're in a different one. Oh, we're gonna glitch a little bit here. Okay, now we've got blue lighting. Does that help in regards to the color that you now see? We're like in like a rune tower. I'm like summoning something. I'm like, summon the cat god powers. Yeah, I don't know, or something like that. What is this? Does that help for your colors? Having such a battery at home makes screens fun for me. I still look silver? Okay, we're gonna change it up for you. Just for you. Now I'm in like a VR room. Not VR, a gamer room. This setup with the LED lights. It's very cool and very fancy. It's still looking silver? I mean, silver's still a cool color. I'm not complaining. Now it looks blue. Okay, it looks blue. We've got blue lighting on top of the model. So I hope that helps in regards to making it blue. For the most part. I hope it helps. I don't know if it helps at all. Ding! I don't know. But yeah, I hope that helps. It's supposed to be blue. Oh, I can change it to the sky one. I think the sky is the one with no light. Oh no, that's definitely got blue light. How about this? I think this is blue lighting as well, but I think it's the most neutral background, with a lot of blue in the background. I believe I can fly. You guys have ascended to heaven. Oh my gosh. I don't know. These backgrounds amuse me. I think being in the sky is just funny in general, right? But yes, now we are blue. Now we are in the blue world. The world of blue. Lots and lots of blue. Lots of blue. See, this is cool. Because my hair is like... Yeah, maybe I'll ask the artist about the squishing thing. Maybe because your head should be like there, I feel, and the hair should be bulging a little bit out that way. I don't know. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I feel I paid a good price anyways for the model, so you can't expect the world. That blue song from the 90s. The blue. The da-ba-dee-dee-da-ba-doo. I'm blue. Da-ba-dee-da-ba. Oh man, if I get YMCA just for humming that, I'm gonna be annoyed. Yeah, that one. Exactly. That's the blue song. Exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, no, 3D dimension. Mwah, chef's kiss. It's like the best thing in the world. It's beautiful, right? But yeah. I hope that helps. Now you have a stroke. It's okay. It's why we're in heaven right now. I'm gonna have to go figure out the blinking stuff to get that accurate. For the most part, things. It's okay. As long as it looks like a cat's talking to you. I really love the mouth movements, by the way. They absolutely nailed that on, like, the mouth. Because when I did my Vroid, I didn't do the mouth size correct. It didn't look good with the tracking, but I would say they did a very beautiful job on, like, the mouth work. It just... chef's kiss. At home, I had 2 difficult colored socks, one blue and one black. I keep getting them mixed up, and as I keep getting them mixed up, my family members keep laughing. Lazarus, you might actually be colorblind on something. It may be... okay, for your peace of mind, right? For your peace of mind. It's up to you. Maybe it wouldn't hurt, you know, going to a person and asking about colorblindness, because it probably would help in the long run if something went wrong. I'm the chef that you know what's next. And that way you can just check it out for your own peace of mind, because it's also, like, I would be like this, right? It's kind of cruel to tease people if they actually are colorblind. Like there's one thing if, like, someone had a brain fart moment and they made a mistake. But it's another thing if someone actually can't see it and they're actually trying their best, and, you know, you feel a bit bad because it's not your fault if you actually can't see it. So, maybe it'll be worth checking it out just in case. And that, man, imagine going to a doctor and being like, hey, I think I'm colorblind. It's like, how do you know that? I think the random pink cat girl on the internet told me. Like, the doctor's gonna be like, what? What do you mean? So I should say this, I'm not a doctor or anything. So obviously do that at your own whatever cost or thinkings or mind, I don't know. But I'm always in the mindset that if I found out that something was something, I'd be like, it's good to know. I did, but it keeps showing me red, pinks, and green. But I can see those colors, that darker colors I have a problem with. We can ask Google. This seems really like a bad idea. Can't see darker colors. Can't see darker colors. Color blindness. Let's see. Oh, okay. It says that you can have color vision deficiency, which is shades. But you can have milder red-green color or milder blue-yellow or yeah, okay. It could just be distinguishing between color shades. So you need to consult an eye doctor. That's what it says. You are making me happy. You're definitely a doctor. Okay, you are amazing. Hey, I'm glad. If I'm making you feel happy, I'm doing my job, okay? That's all I'm meant to do. I feel, you know, if you're feeling that, I don't know, you had a tough day and my yapping's helping you, that's good for me. I mean, that ain't said, what comes out of my mouth is probably not going to be the most accurate and greatest quality stuff you've ever heard in your life. Probably some level of garbage. But for the most part, I'm glad. I'm glad you're enjoying the vibes, the good vibes. It makes me happy too, and that's why I'm here. At the end of the day. Ta-da! But yeah, I don't know. What is it? Okay, cool. Dr. Cat is in the house. It's close enough. Keep yapping. I always keep yapping. Don't worry. Right? But you know, maybe got like a more milder version of color blindness. From what it can say, like you can get what yeah, different mildness of it. And it says that shades of color can appear less bright or confused. I'm assuming maybe you can just have a lesser one. It's kind of like, I don't know. I knew someone who was actual like red-green colorblind, and they had colorblind glasses, and they were trying to describe to me how the world looked like on theirs, and it was really interesting because it was saying like they like I asked them what their favorite color was, and they said it was blue, but they're like, but you have to understand, my blue is not your blue. Like my blue is the blue of the sky on color blindness, which is going to be a different shade to what you have. That is my favorite color, so it's like a unique experience to the person. It was really interesting, right? Yeah, it makes sense. So, mind you, they could still pick up colors. I just remember them in like a class. They actually had to ask me. I felt really bad. The lecturer was like, "Oh yeah, here in green is like this equation, and here in red is this other equation." And the person literally had to be to me and be like, "Okay, I'm a real. They look the same color to me. You have to tell me which color's which because I don't know which one's the lecturer's referring to." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, understandable." Like, you know, and they were gonna go for the military, so they were like, "Yeah, this is gonna be a problem if it's like don't hit the red button." It's like, which is the red button? It's like, been hit with something. How can we be sure that blue we all experience the same? It isn't. I'm actually gonna say this. People experience colors differently. It is known that your eye, like, there's like cones in your eye that help you determine color that they deteriorate over time. I think you can do a lot of color tests where they ask you to differentiate the shades that you see, and often you find there will be variance. Humans, I think what's cool about it is that if you look at psychology, right, it's very hard to do psychology because you're using your human perspective and subjective to try now diagnose someone else with their own unique human perspective and like subjective, and that's the whole thing. We're all really different, we all think differently, and you will never know what's exactly in someone else's mind. We all experience the world differently and uniquely, and yeah, exactly, color is something that they say is also kind of, you know, it's going to be different to people, just kind of like the red blue dress that people were arguing what color it was, right? And it was red and blue, and I saw red and blue, so I'm just saying. But the other one that I think I really love is the apple test, where they say imagine an apple in your mind and what do you see, right? And if you Google it online, there's 4 different apples. Like, one of them's like the word apple or no apple. One of them's like a rough, like, gray circle of an apple. One of them's like a red and green, and one of them's like a hyper realistic apple, right? And that's the thing, the human experience is that not everybody has the. I assumed everyone imagined things like I do. Like, I could just sit and literally watch me run around in my imagination in a store and pick up a basket of apples and eat it. Like, I can see it clear as day. I'm running around the supermarket doing that. Supposedly some people can't do that, which is like, once again, like you have to understand, human experience is unique to each person. What? Like, you know, it's like, what? Right? And this dress, I think, you know, people keep saying it's gold or blue. I see purple in it. Oh, okay, well, exactly, right? It's different, right? Experience is different. Now, that's not to say, by the way, that it takes away from your human experience. You can appreciate that shade of purple in a dress and be like, I really like that shade, right? And that's the thing. For you, that experience, right? Other people might not like that shade. They might see it totally different, but for you, you enjoy that as your experience. I can play a whole movie in my head, but if you ask me to say out loud, I cannot do that. but that's the thing, is that for me personally, for example, I would say that my imagination is like pretty good. Like, and once again, on the idea of unique experiences, if I said to you, like, everybody in chat, imagine an ice cream, right? I guarantee you, so imagine you eating an ice cream, right? I guarantee you that everybody's going to imagine a different experience of what sort of ice cream you're eating, right? For example, I can say, if I add more detail, I'm saying I'm eating a Macca's 50-cent ice cream cone. Now everybody will have a bit more of a better idea of what ice cream it is. But I guarantee you somebody may have thought of like a chocolate ice cream or a strawberry ice cream, one with sprinkles on it. Human experience is different. How we see things and how we perceive things. That's the beauty of it. That's why I think it's cool. Psychology is cool. You can go like read about Jung. He has a bunch of interesting stuff on psychology. If I watch a movie once, I can remember 80% of it, which makes it pointless to watch again. I, I thought of a rainbow ice cream. Exactly. That's what I mean by the human experience. But that's why it's cool, personally for me, when you read books, the experience you have from reading a book is unique to you. Because only you, how you imagine the characters, how you imagine, you know, how people look, interact, their voices, what they're wearing, what they look like, what's happening, that's a unique experience to you. That's why I always think, like, when I always like to read the book first before the movie, because then, in a way, it's kind of funny. I can compare what was in my brain versus what was in the movie. So, for example, because I read the Harry Potter series after watching the Harry Potter movie, and then the characters were already created and I didn't have to make them up. But I always thought that when I read the book series before, I could actually appreciate, like, the difference and be like, okay, well, my version of this story character looked like this, and they did this, and they sounded like this, and then it's just like the movie, and you're like, it was close enough. Movie making is another basket of fish, and you can't please it. It's hard, it's different, you gotta appreciate it as a different form. But that's why human brains are so cool, right? I have awful short-term memory, but if you ask me to remember things from a long time ago, I can do that. I cannot remember what I'd done yesterday. It's okay. I think that's also how human memories work, though. Like, when you sleep, right, which is really important, it's like how it banks your memories. And most of the time, like, it is actually, I think, a problem when you remember too much. I'm pretty sure that is a problem. We're meant to delete stuff that's not important, and we're meant to retain the things that mean a lot, and remember that. So I hope that helps in regards to, like, the human experience and what we experience is different. But I love books. Well, I when I had the time, I used to really love reading fiction. Especially like when you get fantasy, high fantasy, and those sort of stories. Then you could just imagine like cities and things and what things looked like. And then I ran out of time and things got busy. But I always thought it was cool comparing to people like what you kind of saw in the books. But then again, supposedly, yeah, some people need to see movies because they can't see the characters and they can't see people talking. They can't hear their voices and them running around a campfire or something, right? And I kind of like Zora. I can get lost easy too. Oh, okay. I have no clue who Zora is, but you know, I guess no. Imagination is a lovely thing. I think the key thing is not to get escapism in there, right? There is a real world to enjoy, but nah, 100%. Mine is interesting. I always thought, what was it? Yeah, no, I think it was Jung. Jung had a bunch of stuff about psychology, like universal themes that, like, people have these, like, common concepts and stuff that exist across people that I thought was really cool. Um, yes, Risky, you're right. Some people don't have an internal monologue. That's crazy. I hear myself in my head. Okay, wait, that sounds really bad. No, like, because everyone, like, you know, if I read a book, I hear it in the Aries narration voice, which is just like, I don't know, it's like the voice. Okay, hear me out, right? People know that when, once again, with the human experience being unique, it is a known thing that what you sound like to yourself is different to what you sound like to other people. Because for voice to travel through your brain to like how your ears and how it like goes in your mouth when you make your noise, you sound a lot warmer and often I think deeper or something in your head. And then when you listen to yourself on replay, you know, you will sound different. It's just kind of the reality of it, right? So when I hear my monologue sounds like my voice that I hear in my head when I speak, which is not what people hear when I speak. It's really hard to explain, but that's what my monologue sounds like. It's just kind of like my dialogue, right? When I read books, I give people their own voices. I do the same, exactly, right? Everybody's got a different voice. They sound like different things. You remember that. Unless I haven't picked up a book for a while and I'm like, the characters, I'll have to give them new things again. In a way though, this is also why I could never write books, because I never had the patience. I always keep changing things. I'm never very happy with things. I've always been so jealous of people who can sit down and write a really good story. Like, I'm struggling just on like a 3-minute lore video at this point, but like, it's, I don't know. It's one challenge I've never had is writing. I feel like I could never write the words of what I would see in my mind. And like, it's hard because it's like, I want to write what they look like, but there's too much and it's hard to capture it in a way that I could communicate what's in my brain to your brain. I remember like in mathematics, I think that's what they were saying, all right? Mathematics is a language of communicating concepts. And I thought that was really a cool way of putting it because that's the reason why they have so many like, you know, signs and things and what this means. And they're trying to communicate a concept. And I think that was cool because, well, okay, I had a very bad maths teacher and a very good maths teacher, right? And the very good maths teacher was said, that's the thing, right? When you write mathematics, it needs to be neat, tidy, and legible. And the reason why is that you're in a way communicating a language. You're communicating a concept that somebody else needs to pick up without having to figure out what hieroglyphics you just wrote and be able to, you know, figure out a proof and that sort of stuff. And I think there was beauty in that. I mean, I didn't really enjoy mathematics at some point, and I'm not very good at it, but I can at least appreciate it now for the fact that in that sense, yeah, you've got a concept in your head about numbers doing stuff, and now you need to tell somebody else, hey, I found this thing that does something with numbers, and you need to figure it out. But it's kind of the equivalent of like writing a story and telling people what they're doing. It's just a different level. It's cool. I don't know how to describe it, right? I can change the volume of voice in my head too. Yeah, I get it. I guess I can do that. I can imagine, I can hear myself screaming in my head. I can hear myself whispering in my head. Yeah, fun part of maths is also there shouldn't be any exactly ambiguity. And I think that's where, like, okay, I'll say this, like, at the beginning I wasn't very good at maths, and I probably wasn't guided very well by a maths teacher because they would just kind of threw a bunch of formulas and you had to like plug this into there and that pops the answer, and I didn't have a lot of respect for it because I was like, psh, this seems kind of like a waste of time. Cool, I put it in a formula and popped out an answer. But the secondary comes actually where there's kind of the proof and the understanding. It's like, why do we need this? And I think something that you don't get a lot. People don't give you the time. I need to see the bigger picture. So there's two types of people I feel in this world. People who can understand, they like to just understand the nitty-gritty details and they build up from it. So you go smaller up. I'm the opposite. I need to see the big picture of why exactly I'm doing anything, and I go big down. It's like once I know the big picture, everything else slots in, it makes more sense to me. But I think, I don't know, maybe it's just the way that I had beginning mathematics. It was always just kind of like, here's this quadratic formula, and go plug it in. I'm like, well, why do I need this? This is like a waste of time, right? Well, why is calculus important? It's just like, yeah, it's just maths. But then after you're like, oh, wait, no, it's like, for optimization, and you need to do, it's like a cool, this dude found this cool concept of like limits and stuff, and that way he could find it, and you're like, that's cool, because it makes sense now, right? I can try to learn a formula by heart, yeah, but remembering a formula is a lot easier if I know why it's the way it, exactly. And I am gonna probably take a dig potentially at the schools and be like, if they just yeet us a formula and they're like, you can figure it out, just put the stuff in, that's not teaching. That's just like rote learning. If you actually take the time to do a proof, which is difficult, doing mathematical proofs take time, and often you need to learn more than, someone just post something in the channel for color blindness. Is that a guy or a penguin? Phantom Architect is given, oh my goodness! I just figured out what's in the picture that Phantom posted. Okay, so I was so confused. I was like, who has a blue background? I was like, okay, just the dial-up noises are happening in my head. Right? But no, I just figured out. Okay, guys, you can check out the really cool color thing that, there's a Discord, by the way. If anyone's here and they're not in the Discord, please check out the Discord. There is a Discord. Yeah, I had a smooth brain moment there. Because this is the first time using my 3D model. I couldn't recognize it. Yeah! Discord! Join the Discord if you're not in it. But yeah, okay. We were talking about your model, and then you called blindness, and I was talking about maths class. I'm sorry. This is how my brain works, okay? The way I describe my brain is that I think of it like a Google tab, and I can open up tabs and keep opening tabs. I can roll back and close tabs, but you basically get a babushka doll of infinite Google tabs, where we just keep going down and down the list. And it's just like, hey, I followed my nose and where it goes, it basically is now in maths class, and I'm teaching you about how great maths is, and that you should probably appreciate it more, because I am the converted. The beginning, I was, okay, mind you as well, like, people who were teaching me, they were, okay, this sounds really bad. My maths teacher originally was a pilot who failed pilot school, so they became a maths teacher because they failed pilot school, which probably isn't the hallmark of being a necessarily passionate maths teacher. So there's probably a reason why the maths wasn't, amazing per se, right? But when you do get someone who actually genuinely loves maths, and they're just like, there's a reason why this is cool. Like, can you imagine being like, I don't know, what's his name? There's a bunch of cool guys. Was it Gauss? I don't know. Euler? But imagine like being on like the olden days, and you're just sitting there, and you're trying to like figure out how to get the water from A to B or something, and then you're like, you do some stuff and you're like, oh my god, it's like, this has never been done before, and you can go to the maths council or something. The thing is, like, maths is the best way of being, like, back in the olden days when they hadn't discovered all the islands and the countries, and they're on boats exploring things. Think of maths like the same thing. Like they didn't even know triangles. Like, Pythagoras was a thing one day, and one day some dude discovered it, and that was kind of cool because it made, like, trying to build cities and stuff easier. So you got like the big picture, right? And then some other dude took that, and then he discovered more stuff on that. And then you get into imaginary numbers and spherical coordinates and all this other stuff. But it's cool because you're like, this is so much easier in calculating volume and doing all this. And you're like, this is like exploring, but they've already explored it. It's like saying that we're going to go discover Australia because we didn't know Australia exists. There's a new island and it has really cool things. It's like maths, right? You're just going to put your head the other way around and be like, these are dudes who discovered cool things and they want to share it with you. But they need to try to communicate this concept to you with like squiggly things and things that are 100%, like, you gotta understand the lingo. You gotta understand mathematical notation. There you go. Sorry, that's my talk of mathematics. We had a replacement chemistry teacher for a couple classes. It would make really, to keep the attention. I probably can't condone that. But you know, I guess teachers do their own thing on what exactly makes them a good teacher. And I think people know what teachers are good and what teachers aren't, right? It worked. Okay. I would say, this sounds terrible, but I'd be like, if you're gonna make a bad joke, if you are of that country, I guess you are permitted to make that joke. If that makes any sense. So if you are that, if that is a racist joke, but you are that from that place, then I suppose you are permitted from that. Permitted? I don't know. Maybe people can give me their feedback on that. But I feel if it's like from other people, you might get reported, and that would be smart, right? Imagine how many people were sentenced to death because the noble king died from food allergies. Yeah, well, exactly. I think that's the thing. Like, this whole witchcraft thing is like hilarious when you think about like the olden days. Like, but that's the thing. Psychology, right? Psychology. Hear me out. We're going back to you know the Google tabs that were open. It goes all back. People need a reason why things happen. So you have to understand that, you know, it's very much the human mind that they're like, oh, it's like lightning. Thor must be angry. There must be a god who makes angriness and he does lightning, right? So they say that, you know, that's why, you know, there's human behavior, right? On certain things, right? And for example, right? They gave an example like, let's say like superstition, right? Back in the day, there's a lot of tall grass, and if you walked in the tall grass, a tiger would come out and eat you, right? And then you'd be like, yeah, okay, you know, you're obviously done, right? Then obviously that's how you can get stories about ghosts or the grass being haunted or something's bad with the grass. Long gone could have been the critters, but understandably the superstition is still there on like what exactly is wrong, right? There's obviously some story or some reason that created it. So that's why people try and make reason on why is the grass bad? Well, there might not be any tigers in there anymore, but I don't know, something about why people keep saying the long grass is bad, and they might make something to link it, right? So I don't know. I think ever since the dawn of time, humanity has always wanted to find answers to things, and they're still trying to find answers to things, right? Which makes it interesting, and that's why I think you get a lot of that, where the people make things that try to explain things, because it gives them peace of mind when they, I guess, know something, even if it's not 100%. I don't know if that helps or not. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Welcome to me and my psychology that isn't very good. I do like psychology though with, I think, Jung and his universal themes. I think that's really cool. If you ever get a chance to go check that one out. It's kind of fuzzy though from my memory, but what is it? And it's also strange in human behavior. Some people like to listen to sound or have a TV on at nighttime when they're asleep too. Really? Oh, okay. I'll be honest. I'm like a person that likes silence when I sleep. Like, I think it's something wrong. There's like two baskets. Like, when you drive the car, I think there's people who play music and people who like silence. What's funny is that I actually like the silence because I can just like be in my own headspace. I think if it's like, I get tired or like energy drained if I hear like really heavy music, like bah, 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 pumping music. Then by the time I get to my destination, I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. I feel like I've been to a party or something, right? But I actually like silence. I think being in the buzz and how fast and noisy and, you know, whiz bangy everything is, sometimes I just like sitting in silence and being like, yep. And I think that drives people crazy because they're like, it's awkward and quiet. And I'm like, but I like the quiet. It's quite nice. But yeah, what is it? 9:31. I want to eat food soon. Maybe it might be. Okay, what are we feeling? I could probably do like another 10 more minutes and then we can do a wrap up because I want food. It's time for food. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten today. It's just kind of been one of those. It's been a bit random. I mean, it's just chatting. Thursday's always a chatting stream. I yap. I talk. Does anyone have any other concepts or things that I talked about? They needed final summaries or what do you call it? Closing thoughts about. Speak now, forever hold your peace. What is it? What kind of food are you going to get? I don't actually know. Okay, this sounds kind of bad. At this point, Costco had some really nice noodles where it's like in a frozen container and you put water in it and you put it in the microwave. It tastes really good. It's not very healthy, but I'm kind of feeling that today. And that's just, you know, like you shouldn't eat these very often because they're not very healthy, but they do taste very good, right? They're not instant noodles. They're like a tier above. The instant noodles are like the dried ones that are like in a packet. These are like The fancy instant noodles. Yes, yeah, the fancy instant noodles. I'm kind of tempted. Maybe I'll... Then again, there's fish in the fridge. That's also a healthy option. Oh yeah, I've got soup in the fridge. I can just eat the soup. Yeah, probably soup. We're looking at soup, chicken soup, which is nice. I like chicken soup. But okay, we're looking at chicken soup or noodles. I'm thinking, I don't know, probably one of them. Instant noodles is the only thing I've been eating for 1 year. I'm still going. Don't eat too much though. It's probably, you gotta put other things in there to make it healthy. I think that's the key thing. Or mix things up a little bit with like a few, I don't know, cut vegetables or meats or something. I don't know. But I think most likely for me, it's gonna be soup. Soup it is. There it is. Well, I think that's probably me for today. Let's have a look. I'm gonna have a look and see who's online so I can raid them. Okay, wait, I gotta glitching out quickly while I try to reach for my computer. Okay, there we go. What is this? I love pumpkin soup. Pumpkin soup's good too. I think I'm pretty good with most soups, I think. Okay, so when COVID was going around and people were panicked buying food, I may have panic bought some of those like instant soups from the shops. I'll just say this, those weren't good though. I would not recommend instant soup. What is it? Instant mushroom garlic soup. I don't even know what I ate. That was not good. I'll be real. Most normal cooked soup is nice. Don't get the bacon soup. I think there was a bacon soup too. That just artificial flavoring meats just doesn't taste good. It's not a good food for anybody. I'll be real here. Oh, tomatoes. I think I've actually had tomato soup, funnily enough. That is not a soup I've had before. I think I've had mushroom soup. I have had pumpkin soup. Chicken soup. No, I haven't had tomato soup. I don't know. I feel, yeah, it's just one of those things I haven't had before. I haven't had tomatoes. No tomatoes. Okay, let's see who is online and go that way and have a looky look. Let's see. Who is online? Let's have a look. Are there any Australians? Can we help the Australian army? Right? No, I don't want to go. I'm sorry. I really need food. I'm hungry. You'll see me tomorrow, though. I should probably say this as well. If anyone's here that hasn't been here before, I'm always here consistently at the same times, 6 p.m. GMT plus 8, which is Thursday, Friday, Monday. So I'm always on the time slot. The length of the stream does vary depending on my mental energy for that day. Usually games help me go longer, but if it's just chatting, food kind of gets on my mind eventually. And I'm like, yeah, I want to eat it. So I don't know. Who's Twitch recommending me to the raid? Whose is users? Let's have a look. We have this person. Vegetables. That's kind of fun. Are you the chosen one? Okay. Well, I guess you're getting raided, assuming that... Yeah, they look fine. Let's go raid them. They're playing Minecraft. Minecraft is great. I don't know how you would not love Minecraft, right? Okay, let's go do this. What is this? Have you ever tried cucumber and salt before? I haven't actually tried cucumber and salt. Probably not. I don't think I'd like cucumber that much. So it's probably why I haven't tried cucumber and salt. That being said, can always be open to new things. I could look into it. I thought the cucumber is good for your eyes. You can put the cucumber in your eyes, but vegetables. There we go. I think that's the right person. VIEGE tables. There we go. Please join. I'm gonna eat some food. I'm dying of starvation. You guys have a good one. Stay safe. Stay cool. I'll see you tomorrow. And hopefully I'll be back on 2D land and 3D land. But it was nice to know everybody. Have a good one. Have a good night, day, afternoon, place in the day. Forever. Good day. Stay safe. Okay. All the best. You have a good one. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.